Everybody, Rule the Lands UK, Matthew Turner here on the call for you. Also, hopefully, got Ant coming on with me as well, who's going to be keeping an eye on the college football games that are happening as well. Thank you for coming along and joining me for this one, the first and last preseason game in Detroit this season. We are just getting some of the team news through right now, including the news that Hendon Hooker is going to start today. So that's great news that we are not seeing Nate Sudfeld at least start this one. Let's see what happens. Hey to everyone in the chat. Come and say hello if you haven't already. Brent, Mike, Lisa, Mile Marker, appreciate you all being here. Hoping for a great day. Today, it's going to be an interesting game for sure. Of course, this is the last game of the preseason, which means cut downs are just around the corner, and it's really important for those guys in those bottom 32 places or so, which are maybe playing for the last 5 places on the roster that Dan talked about. How they do today is really going to determine whether they get in or not. They've put together the work in training camp. Training camp's now been and done. And this is the only thing now that they can do. It's going to stand between them and actually making the roster altogether. Carlton is in the building, as is the Blue Boogeyman. Carlton asks, is James Houston playing? We haven't got any news through at all about that yet, so I will let you know as soon as I see. Starting offensive line, I do have a nice little graphic for starting lineups, but I haven't managed to get it going yet for this, so it will be ready and raring to go for when the season starts. But there's no sign of Jamarco Jones or Colby Sawes. Oh, sorry, no sign of Jamarco Jones. Starting offensive line looks like it's going to be Manu, Hudson, Aguakun, Nice, and Sawsdall per Justin Rogers. He also suggests that the 3 wide receivers in a 3 wide receiver set and 11 personnel is going to be Donovan Peoples-Jones, Caden Davis, and Isaiah Williams. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with Hendon Hooker and those guys. Just waiting for my stream to come live in the next 5 minutes or so. If you are here thinking that this is going to be a stream of the game, I'm sorry we can't do that because of trademarks and what have you. It's just we don't have the rights to do that. So it's going to be me live reacting. I'm going to be, as you can see with the score bug there, updating that manually. So I will try and keep that as accurately as I can. But otherwise, just super excited for the season to start and to get this underway. I mean, the season will start, I guess, in 2 weeks' time. 2 weeks tomorrow. It's gone by so quick. It's insane. Apparently, Jared Goff is dressed. Now, I got to assume that he isn't playing, but it is odd that he's even bothered. I appreciate it. Khalif Raymond is also dressed, though it doesn't look like he's going to be playing either, but we shall see. Just super excited for Hendon to get an extended period of time. To be honest, I'd play him the whole game. I've seen enough, Nate. What are you guys thinking for this one? What do you want to see? Who do you want to play? Who are the kind of people that are playing off in positions that you're looking at? I mean, I certainly would be looking at that cornerback position in the depth places. So you're looking particularly at people like Stephen Gilmore and Lil Dorsey and people like that. Can they solidify their places on the roster or, make a play for it? Lawrence Strickland, we talked about in our 53-man roster prediction show. He's someone, who is going to want to try and make a play for a position. There's also other people like CJ Moore. Is he going to play at all? And if he does, can he get some play where he looks good? Because at the moment, he might be on the outside looking in. Otherwise, I'm looking at people like Ben Neiman, who I really wanted to get on the roster, but we didn't quite make it for him. Ty Summers had a great day a week ago. Can he carry that on and make a late push? And then there's people otherwise like Matthew Betts and Mitchell Agude. These are all on defense, of course, but turning attention to the offense, obviously Hendon's going to make it come what may. But at the tight end position, you've got Zylstra versus Mitchell versus Hesse versus McKeown. Who's going to win out of that? Do we keep 2 of those 4? Do we only keep 1? It's going to be a really interesting game for that. But then as well on that depth offensive line, can Nice get in? Will we see Aguakun make it off the back of a good performance here? I mean, if Jamarco Jones isn't playing, that's quite interesting. I mean, he's a vet, so he hasn't played a huge amount, but, has he Have they seen enough from him whereby it doesn't really matter one way or the other for him? He's probably not going to make it, or he is going to make it. I don't know. We put him in. I did put him in, but we put him in. So who knows? Can the preseason warrior Tom Kennedy do anything today? Doris Fountain's a massive day for Doris Fountain because he had such a good camp, and you know we really thought he'd kick on during the preseason. Just hasn't happened for him. Can he make a late play? Maybe he can make a late play. Just going to message Ant and see where he's at. I am still very jealously watching a little bit of the game in Ireland at the moment, or keeping at least one eye on it, with Ash being a Florida State fan. Don't actually know what the current score is because I was watching it live and now I can't actually see it. Live score. 11-7 in favour of FSU. Tricked Georgia Tech by going for 2, and it was a great play in that first drive, I have to say. That really got my juices flowing, shall we say. That Courtney run for a 2-point conversion. I mean, I don't know what Georgia Tech were doing, but they weren't defending the line properly. That's for damn sure. You'll have to forgive me. I am actually suffering with a cold that's come on since the show on Thursday, and I'm feeling a bit so excuse me while I blow my nose a bit. I hate being ill, but I didn't want to miss this. Brent says, last call for DBJ, so such something or gone. He's definitely at risk. He definitely has a skill set, which we need and desire. But can he show enough where we're actually going to keep him, regardless of what has been a really poor camp? I mean, Jeff Risdon on the Detroit Lions podcast talking about the fact that he hopes he retires and, you know, as a smart kid actually moves on to his next calling, being, you know, a doctor or something like that. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with him. Teardrop Floyd's in the building, says, good morning, gentlemen. Hooker for 4 quarters is the way to go. Brian Chuck's in, says, can't wait for the season to start. And Mark says, Hooker plays for us today or for potential trade tape. Oh, he's definitely playing for us. This team have absolutely no interest in trading Hendon Hooker. If he looks good and someone wants to come in with a first-round pick for him, I think they would entertain it. But I think if it was a second rounder, I just don't think it's worth it, to be quite honest. And my stream is just about to go live, which is great news. Just praying for the best here for the team, really. You know, we need to get a good run. Big Aries is in the chat as well from Twitch. Appreciate you, my man. You're correct. It's white front on whitish background. I don't know how to change that on my chat box. Let's see. Text color. That's not even that great either, is it? Try and move that there. See if that does the trick. All right. There is no sound on the broadcast, which does not help. But never mind. It's a little bit better. It's not great, but thanks for letting me know. Appreciate you. Oh, I hate DAZN and it just making the screen so damn big for no reason. It's a load of rubbish, but here we are in Detroit. I mean, maybe it's a blessing that I can't hear anyone, but it's going to be Golden Tate and what have you on the call, isn't it? So I was kind of hoping that I could hear them, but I can't. Frustrating. Never mind. There they are. Golden Tate, Jason Ross. I know that they had a bit of a rough first outing, but I think it got better apparently as it went on. I don't know who's kicking off. I don't know absolutely anything at all because I can't hear a damn thing. Let me refresh it to see if it's me. But the broadcast actually, when DAZN started up, it worked. So I happen to think it's on the broadcaster's end, which is just frustrating as hell. Cheers, Brent, for the well wishes. Appreciate you. If they had closed captions, that would be great as well. Unfortunately, not. Carl says we won't be getting the Lions alternative commentary, will we, on DAZN? Well, I mean, you're not getting me. But I think we do get the Lions commentators. We get Golden Tate and Mike Ross. Isn't it? Oh, I can't remember his name. Jason Ross. Nakura says no sound for me either on DAZN. Thank you very much for letting me know. Very frustrating. It's a quality product, though. Well, I mean, compared to Sunday Ticket, it is. That was actually meant in jest, but never mind. I've really enjoyed watching Hooker in this preseason. He's actually given me a lot of faith that he's going to be able to do this because the strides that he's taking, the decisions he's making, are getting better. The way that he can decide to kind of get through his progressions, then pull it and run, and the fact that he actually started the slide yesterday was really, really good. Many thanks to Mark for the $20 super chat. Appreciate you, my man. Thank you very much. JS says, could you listen to the radio commentary? I could. It's come back. We're here. So, just to answer the point about the radio commentary, I could, but what I'd need is a way to listen to 97.1. Is it on 97.1? Regardless, the way that you listen to the Lions radio is unavailable in Europe, so I'd need to tell the internet that I was in the US, and then I'd need to be able to sync up the radio with the video I'm seeing because I'm probably watching on a slight delay, which means I'd be listening to it ahead of the video, which is not ideal for when you're trying to do what I'm doing with the reactions, because I'd be listening to what happened and then watch it. Actually, maybe it'd give me a little spoiler and then I could actually watch a bit more closely for what's happening. I don't know, but anyway, never mind. No response yet from Ant, so I'm afraid you're stuck with me on my lonesome for the moment. I know that Ant only finished work about an hour ago, and so should be getting home shortly. Marmark said too much hassle for your preseason. I mean, too much hassle for the games anyway. It's hard enough getting me and a co-commentator on the same page, never mind trying to sync it up with the radio and the TV anyway. So come on, people. Outside of Hooker, who are we looking forward to watching today? Who's got to show out well to stay on the roster? We've had DPJ. Who else is on there? Marmark says he's watching secondary and edge. Let me know exactly who you're looking for, my man. It says Dorsey. I mean, Dorsey's the one for me, along with the other corner, Stephen Gilmore, in that same bucket. I mean, which one of those are ahead of the other, and can we take both? It's really going to be interesting. JS's defensive edge play. I mean, so we're not going to be seeing we're hopefully seeing Houston, I guess. Ukwu, Betts, Agude, and then maybe we might be putting some Meki Wingo out there. I don't know. Maybe some Meki Wingo out there would be quite interesting. Big Aries says, delays are hilarious. I watch on Hulu Live and you're getting the game 2 to 3 seconds before me. It always seems to be the way. Carlton says, Agude and Ukwu over Houston. No, Houston over both, for sure. I know that his run defense isn't very good, but in the best case scenario where everyone's healthy, he's a great NASCAR option on the edge. And if in the worst case scenario he's forced into the starting lineup, he's just got to learn how to run defend because he's still maybe this team's best pass rusher. It's a pure pass rusher. You know, other teams make do with people who can't run defend very well but can rush the passer, and I really, really just want to see. I know he's not healthy, but there's been some bad luck, and he has shown enough on this team for me to say, okay, this is your last chance now. I wouldn't be re-signing James Houston if it didn't work this season. If he's injured this year, that'll be him cut loose, I think. Oh, wow, GT driving for the lead against FSU. First down and goal from the FSU 3. Ash is going to be going spare. Right. TV is starting here, and Ford Field looks lovely. I mean, it is so much busier in Ford Field than it has been basically anywhere I've seen it around the league for pre-season, which is fantastic. Dot Steele's in the building, says, okay, I've got my setup in the kitchen making white chicken chili. Appreciate you. Jay says, does Goff get a series if they are in the red zone? He was dressed in pre-game. I really think they're not risking Goff at all in the pre-season. If they thought he needed any reps, I think they would have got it in before here, to be honest. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, Dennis Hyde agrees with me. Goff will not play. I just can't see the logic to risking him there. And I mean, the guy who really needs reps is Hooker. They've been doing joint practices. They've been doing scrimmages. The most important thing for Goff, apart from, trying to be tricked by the defense, which I'm pretty sure our guys are going to try and do in scrimmages, is Goff just needs to build chemistry with receivers. Him and JMO. Get him and JMO on the same page. JMO's not going to play, so I don't see any point in getting Goff out there. All right, the kickoff is about to go. Jake Bates kicking off to Pittsburgh. Then aside, I've been a Lions fan since I was 11. 1985, I lived 5 minutes from the stadium. That must have been really cool in the... so that would have been the Silver Dome then, I guess. So I've been a Lions fan since 2009 when we drafted Stafford first overall, and a properly serious fan probably since 2011. So 13 years for me. You have seen... Well, you saw the last playoff win, I guess, in 1991 before last year, Dennis. So... Oh, here we go. Right, the kickoff is away. And it did not travel the distance. Did not land in the landing zone, so it's coming out to the 40. He tried it, and he got pretty close. Not a great start. Let's have a look and see where this landed. I think it landed at the 25, so about 5 yards short. Not ideal for our guy. Yeah, I know, Dennis, but I mean, I wanted to be the anti-Patriot vote. I wanted to be a fan of one of the worst teams because I do believe that you earn the right through grit to feel good about your team. And my God, do I feel good about it now as the first snap is away and a run up the middle for the Steelers. And does trundle on, actually. Got hit around the line of scrimmage, but manages to get about 5 yards there as Russell Wilson gets the start for the Steelers, which is very surprising. QB1 apparently getting the start for the Steelers in preseason game 3. How about it? Thanks, Dennis. Appreciate you, man. As I think Ant is joining the chat. The Steelers come out on 2nd and 5. And Wilson does get the screen pass out, and Pickens looks like he's got a first down there. I think just about gain of 6. Ant, my man, how you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. I'm guessing that Ash is quaking in his little boots. Pickens' elbow was down there, so apparently that's going to be coming back. Sorry.
Yeah, it's Georgia Tech are matching them all over the field, and they're in the lead now. It's a great game, but their defensive line looks amazing. They're stopping them running the ball. They're stopping them passing it. It's terrific.
Just what you want to see. Competitive games. Especially in Ireland. You want to bring across a competitive game.
Should be driving in the car on the way home, trying to watch the football, trying to get back in town. Just like I've had 20 things to do now. I'm just trying to get settled and up, and I need to get Twitter up and running because I need to be doing that as well. So,
got plenty of people in the chat as well. So got them. All right, I don't know who got the tackle there, but it's 3rd down on 11 in the first series for Russell Wilson in the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I am just by the way, I'm suffering with a hacking cold, so I'm not I'm not the most straightforward with what's going on at the moment.
That was Brandon Joseph that got it, I think.
Wilson with a throw, lovely throw to George Pickens for the first down. Bassey in coverage got burned.
He sang. He sang some Bassey.
Wilson with a lovely head fake and Pickens getting the separation 3, 4, 5 feet in. Down to the 29-yard line after only one big play starting at 40. I formation for Pittsburgh. Flex set now to single back. And a toss to the right. Oh, lovely run defense from the cornerback. That's Stephen Gilmore. Tackle for a loss.
Gilly Monster makes the roster. I'm telling you now.
It's going to be second down, and I think a loss of 1 there, so 11, I would have thought. Pascal getting the start here, and they're listing Broderick Martin as a defensive end. I don't think that's quite right, Lions Media. Just saying. I think Mecky Wingo's probably got that. But anyway, second down and 11 from the 31. Wilson, a handoff, stretch play, big hole down the middle, touchdown for Pittsburgh. Too easy. Too easy. Cordarrelle Patterson. So it's a stretch play to the left, and then he didn't even have to cut until you got into the secondary. That's awful. Great blocking. Yikes. Rough start, and kick is up and good on the PAT. 7-0 Pittsburgh. Jesus Christ. Adostil said too much cheering for a home field, but there's going to be plenty of Pittsburgh fans in because they'll be able to get tickets for a preseason game. You won't be able to get them for a regular season game. At the end of the day, there were some good defensive sets in there. You had the tackle by Brandon Joseph, you had the TFL by Stephen Gilmore, but one big throw, the kickoff not going to the 20, and then one big run, and there's your touchdown. Oy, oy, oy. All right, so Florida State first and 10 at their own 35, down 3. Not ideal for Ungalale. And what are you looking for from the Lions in this preseason game? Who are the people maybe that we said were going to make it or weren't going to make it just marginally? You maybe need to have a really good day to make the roster.
I mean, it's receiver day you're kind of looking at for them. I think they could make or break the roster. I think Gilmore, he can make or break his roster spot today, and we've already seen him make a good play, which I really... He's just making plays on every single game he makes plays. Like, dude is due a chance on this roster now, and I know we got a lot of corners, but I still think we can fit him in there somewhere. We found a way to the other day, so... Like, he's going to be in. And then outside of that, you're still looking at your offensive line. I think there's a lot of... There's room for guys to go there on the depth chart. So I'm still looking at quite a lot of depth positions that we might need going forward. I think linebackers sealed up. I mean, nothing with the quarterbacks, really. Nothing with the starting offensive line. Nothing with... I mean, tight ends, maybe. But I think that's more done and dusted than a lot of people think. So... We're just looking at a few depth positions, I reckon. Now, Brad said they've got like 5-6 spots left they're trying to decide on, and I think that's probably going to be it. Receivers and maybe the corners.
Teddsy Walls is in the chat. I think maybe a first-time chatter just saying, I just came here to hate on Sudfeld.
Everybody does that.
That's what I said, so did we all. Oh, I feel bad for Nate and his family, but whatever.
I mean, Will Harris ain't here no more, so sorry, Nate.
Poor Will Harris.
Where is he at now, by the way? It's our superstar, versatile DB.
Is he with the Pats? Kickoff is away. Received by the Lions at the 5, being brought out with the lead blocker, going for wide. Oh, had a little bit of room, but got tackled at about the 31-yard line. Shame. Got close to breaking that free. Will Harris, where are you? I mean, we shouted that for 4 years, and 5 years.
Yeah. We did indeed.
He plays for the Saints.
Yeah, okay. That's cool.
Teddsy
Maybe the
Walls
Saints.
Sorry.
Maybe the Saints can start getting our knockoffs like we used to get all the knockoffs from the Patriots. We can slowly destroy the Saints from the inside. Oh, Hooker's starting today.
Hooker is starting and takes a snap in shotgun, looks to the left, quick dump off to the running back. Nice move.
See, this is why I want to take Zonovan. I do want to take Zonovan. If it means putting Varkey in as a receiver, then fine. I just think we completely load ourselves up at running back.
That was Zonovan Knight with the catch. Hey.
So, I mean, Bam Bam. I want to take him on the roster if we can. Bam Bam Knight.
I love Knight as well. 2nd down and 2 from the 40. Lions toss play to the right-hand side for Bam. Good run by Knight to get to the outside, but he kind of slowed down a little bit to check inside. Only gets 1, and it's 3rd down and 1.
Whoever put that block on the edge rusher, that was a really good block to spring him. I'll have to go back and look, but someone held the edge up really well there. Come on, Georgia Tech. You've got 100 seconds to the break. Let's hold them.
3rd down and 1 then, almost 3.5 minutes into this game. The Lions wanted to extend this drive from their own 40. Hooker and shotgun in 0-1
free blitz. Nice.
Beats the rusher and a nice pass over the middle to Shane Zylstra.
Is it Zylstra? I thought it was Mitchell.
84. 82's Mitchell, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, you might be right.
84
Yeah, no, it is. You're right.
1st down for the Lions. And Hooker missing the rusher there. That was very nice. Not great for our offensive line.
Oh, he's got on there.
Hooker runs into a sack. Down he goes.
That was a bit forceful, that sack. That was a little bit of levering and throwing him down there. Didn't like that.
Are you saying it was a hip drop tackle?
I'm saying that it was unnecessary force used to bring him down. I don't mind them doing that, but if they're going to do the rules, them's the rules. So I want you to enforce your rules.
2nd down and 16 now from the Lions 44.
Oh, no. No, thank God.
Snap is away to Hooker. Waits a lot. Eyes locked on target. He's going to get sacked again. He looked like he's going to get away, but just can't get the ball away.
Keanu Benton got him. Pass interference, my arse. Get away from that call.
Hooker was locked on target, and then when the rusher beat Duke Clemens at left guard, there was no chance for him to get away. 3rd and 24. Looks like this drive is going to stall out here without some magic from Hendon.
That is bogus.
From the 37-yard line, 3-step drop from... Oh, it's fumble! Strip sack! And the Pittsburgh Steelers have it.
Oh, dear.
What an awful start for the Lions on offense for Hendon Hooker. Not great. Really good rush. And Michael Neese at right guard being beaten all ends up. Actually, that's the right tackle, which would be...
Sawstall.
Yeah. So turnover, and the Steelers are on the Lions side of the field. Odoff still said that's one way of keeping Subfeld on the team. Yeah, not letting him make any mistakes by being on the sideline and having Hooker play badly is a way to see whether Nate can get on there. You're right. Rough start. Don't like to see.
I wanted Keanu Benton in the draft so badly. Man's just absolute menace.
So Steelers were favoured by 7 today on the betting market. No idea why, but it's a good start for that bet.
I mean, at least this game has had more excitement in 7 minutes than the previous 2 games we've played against the Steelers combined.
True.
And that's not a joke.
No, it's not. The Steelers games have always been awful.
Yeah. Absolutely terrible.
They are playing their starters, or at least somewhat playing their starters. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I just want to have a look at the box score and see who's been getting their tackles, because it's been hard to tell who's actually playing for them. 2 sacks by Nate Herbig, and then 1 share by DeMarvin Leal and Keanu Benton. Our kick return was by Jake Funk, apparently. Yeah, not so great, you guys. I mean, and are you surprised that Russell Wilson's taken the start for Pittsburgh? Or is it just that they haven't really decided who their starter is yet?
I don't know if they know who their starter is. I'd play him. He's got to earn his spot. Like he's what's Russ done recently? He's I think him and Fields. It's a genuine quarterback battle. So give them preseason to see who wants to earn it.
If it was genuinely on who was better last season, it would be Fields.
Yeah, it would.
I don't think
it's clean. Everyone just assumed it was going to be Russell, but I'm like, no, it can't be because Fields actually he fits their offense better because he's the dual threat quarterback who can rush it and they can block really well against the rush.
Another stretch play. Oh, what a tackle.
Yes.
Number 25 for the Lions with getting an arm up there, helping out whoever then laid the smack down. Number 25, of course, for the Lions is Ty Summers. Got an arm up there.
We've got a neck guard in there.
Oh, bloody hell. Ty, put that in, mate. 2nd down and 8. Patterson's still in the game. They've got Frymuth still in the game as well. Play action. Fields got the outside throw. Oh, lovely tackle as well by Stephen Gilmore.
Yeah. That's what I mean. You cannot let Gilly go. The man's just been so good for us. And he's just worked his ass off.
Mike the Marine says, what are your thoughts on Sawsdell? I think it's regressed this preseason. What do you think?
I mean, Sawsdell's what Broderick is. People need to go easy on them. They're small school guys entering their 2nd year. They've not played much football at all, and this is all about learning technique. This is all about adapting to the NFL, and these are starters they're going up against. So you've kind of got to take it easy. Oh, fudge. He's running.
Fields with the zone read picks up the 1st down after a gain of 3.5, needing 3.
Don't be worried about him. Like, it takes time. And, he's not just going to come in year 2 and be, a very competent offensive lineman. The level of opposition is just vast, and people don't understand this, like how much it is. Coming for the SEC guys, it's a massive step up, but at least they're playing against guys they're going to come facing across against every Sunday. Sawsdell will not have played probably against anybody who's in the NFL. And it's an adjustment period.
DJ Moore with a cracking tackle to save a touchdown there. Fields with an RPO and a lovely throw over the middle of the defense. On time, Ty Summers getting caught slightly in coverage. And CJ Moore coming in like a missile to make it 1st and goal from the 3. Sorry, Am.
No, it's fine. I'd finished.
Fields under centre, stretched to the right, and another tackle for a loss. That's number 59 for the Lions. That is
Beauplan, isn't it?
Abraham Beauplan, but there's a flag. Holding on the defence is going to make it first down and goal from the 1.5 yard line. Broderick Martin with the hold. Hell of a play by Beauplan. My God.
All right, Jerry Lawler.
My God. I've been watching a lot of wrestling on TikTok.
Oh, sorry, JR. It's JR, not Jerry. Jerry's... Ah! You just got to make random loud noises.
Right, Fields is changing the play at the line. They're having to run around a lot. Fields now goes empty and into shotgun from the 1.
Georgia Tech
goes left and doesn't get there, I don't think. He's down. He dropped the shoulder, but he was down a half-yard shy. Second down.
Ty Summers again.
And inches.
It's Ty Summers again, I think. Saw the breastplate come out.
Oh, that's head-to-head. Shit, that was bad. So the tackle was from someone else, but he was the man in front.
He's down. He's not in.
Tackle from Pat O'Connor, I think. Second down and inches from the half-yard line. And a lovely replay. Hand off to the running back. And Samaji P. Ryan is in for the Steelers. And 6. So basically, the betting was 7 points in favour of Pittsburgh because they knew they were playing their starters and we weren't. That's all this is. Must be. All right. Boswell in for the extra point. Flag on the play. I think that is the Lions coming offside. False start.
Yeah.
Replaying the try. PAT is up and good. 14-0 Steelers. Only 8 minutes in. 9 minutes in.
Hello. Jesus.
What?
Florida State kickers just dropped a 60-yarder in to finish the half.
Oh, wow.
He's hit from 52 and 59 today. 14-all at the half.
I need a sneeze button. $14 apiece in a game which I think was 10 points in favour of Florida State pre-game.
It was a lot. That was a hell of a kick from 59.
Did you see that the NDSU Colorado game was 9.5 in favour of Colorado?
Yeah, and NDSU was a road team. I think the entire world is wanting NDSU to win. Apart from Colorado. Bless you.
Thank you. Oh. Lisa said you cannot expect third stringers to do amazing against first stringers. Oh, absolutely. For sure. I'm not expecting a lot from the Lions here today. But I do want to see some big plays by some people who can maybe come in the rotation. Ty Summers putting his body on the line there. Impressive. Impressive stuff. Maybe him and Stephen Gilmore are the two bright spots for the Lions right now. That's what this game is all about. It's not about win or loss. It's about who can put themselves in the 53. I'm glad we've got Monday as a bank holiday, so I don't have to take a sick day, because I probably would be if it was today. Carlton would said, all practice squad. The problem with practice squad is if they play well enough, they might not make it here, but they might make it elsewhere. You can definitely be... If a GM is worth his salt and a team is not playing today, they're watching this game. There are going to be some quality players on the Lions team not making the 53. All right, kickoff is away. Another good kick. Big gap for the Lions and gets all the way up to the 45-yard line is number 83. Number 83, of course, I already knew was Isaiah Williams. I'm not checking the roster at all. Williams with Jake Funk as the lead blocker, and Funk went right, but Williams cut in to the left-hand side and had some blocks. Good run for him. All right. 1st and 10 from the 45. I form for Hooker. And hands that off. There was some penetration in the backfield, but a nice miss from Jefferson. Jamar is in the game. Alert, alert. I'm not sure that Jamar could get on this team given his injury recently, no matter how well he plays, but you never know. You never know. Oh man, 2 weeks away. 2nd and 7. Hooker on the centre, hands this off again. What a lovely spin by Jefferson, but it's a tackle for a loss, and it's going to be 3rd and 10. Oh, Jefferson's spin there was lovely. Trice there, I think, with the tackle. Jamar had no chance. 3rd and 10. Hooker in shotgun. 3 wide receivers to the left. And incomplete. I don't know what happened there, but I muted myself by mistake. For you, at least. Fourth down and 10, and we're going to be punting away. Jack Fox is on the field. Fairly anemic on offense so far, and this is the worst outing Hook has had so far, I would say. But you're going up against a starting defense.
Yeah, but they're playing blitz. They've been very aggressive. They're trying to force him to make decisions early, and it's rattled them a bit. I think it's rattled the whole line. You've got to hold up a little bit.
That was backup quarterback John Reese Plumley taking that reception, that kick catch, punt return. That's what I meant.
He does everything.
Interesting, right? See, at least our defense has got some room now.
See, we've got to find a way for this against the blitz. You've got to start getting some screens in there. You've got to start. There's ways to combat the blitz. We seem to be trying to hit deeper shots downfield, and that's no good. The run game's going nowhere. Start with some passing downs. Just mix it up a little bit.
All right. How are you guys feeling so far in the chat? It's been anemic on offense for the Lions, but they've shown some good stuff on defense, I think, in bits and pieces.
Just silly penalties.
Didn't want to do that. There we go. Marmuk said Gilmore's okay. Dostal says I'm crying. I'm also chopping onions, so I think that's why. Always put a smile on my face, man. Carlton Wood says just to repeat our offensive line is Manu, Hudson, Naguaku, Neese, and Sawsdalls. Not ideal. Lisa says I think Williams has been the best on kickoff returns so far. Brent? Yep, I think Williams is all pretty good so far. And Brent saying I think Gilmore is getting himself noticed. Yeah, he damn well is. Justin Fields will be the quarterback for this series for Pittsburgh. 4:35 left in the first quarter. I formation. Lions showing run blitz, and they do get him after only a yard. 2nd down and 9.
Summers again. A lot of Ty Summers today.
He's definitely active. He had a great week last week too. I mean, he'd be a dark horse for the roster given how late he came into camp, but he's making a run.
Yeah, it's just a shame the linebackers are pretty much
sewn up.
sealed up.
Fields, delay handoff from shotgun, a little bit of room, good tackle, nice wrapping up there from 35, I think, which would be Chellan Garms, maybe? I don't see anyone else that could have been, so I think it is Chellan Garms, the undrafted rookie safety from Wake Forest. 3rd down and 4. Can Fields pick this up from their own 24? Shotgun with 3 receivers to the right, and he botched the snap! Picks it up! Can he get it away? He gets out of a tackle, and he's going to go down for a sack. Finally. Oh. 4th down and 8, and it's Ty Summers with the sack, I think.
God, for a second there was worried that somehow he was going to get himself out of all that.
Oh, Zach Frazier really snapped that far too early. Punt coming away from Pittsburgh. Williams back to return. There's a flag from the backside. Williams with a lovely sidestep. Gets all the way up to the 45. Good return, but this is going to be coming back. Holding on the receiving team, number 40 for the Lions, is Brandon Joseph. And that flag went up basically as the kick came away. So it must have been initially on the snap, basically. So a good return for the Lions is wiped out. But it is their ball, 1st and 10. Mark said, are we practicing penalties? It damn well feels like it. I'm guessing Florida State is still in halftime.
Yeah.
Their 2-point play was beautiful.
It was very aggressive.
Mike said Joseph was holding their gunner. I mean, Cardinals thin on special teams. From the 20-yard line, then. Everyone to the right of him. Oh, that was dangerous. Great catch of the ball somehow by Shane Zylstra. Gets himself 2 yards as well, but Hooker throwing into danger there. Premeditated throw almost blown up, Ant.
I mean, I can't lie, that's kind of just what I asked them to do, get it out quick to try and negate the blitz. But obviously, when you're throwing it out so quick, it's hard to set up a screen. You've got to beat one-on-one, and were not able to do that there. And it looks like we're going to run the thing here, and it kind of makes it obvious about what's coming. Jamar!
Oh, Jamar with a lovely breaking of the first tackle gets himself about 4 to set up a 3rd and 5.
Jamar Jefferson had an competent offensive line and was allowed to run with the ones. He would be a good running back.
Yep. No argument from me. 3rd and 5. From the 25, Hooker in shotgun. Can the Lions stay on the field and actually extend the drive? Here come the Steelers again with a blitz, and Hooker's got a bit of room, and he's going to run for it. Can he get down? He lowered his shoulder again.
What the hell is he doing?
Don't do that. Well done him for picking up the first down, but I think he was trying to slide and just didn't know what to do. 1st and 10, though, for the Lions. One of their first downs of the game. Maybe their second first down of the game. Hooker's got Tom Kennedy outside. And play action. Blocking well picked up, but he's going to go down for another sack. He can't make a quick enough decision. 3rd sack of the day. And it seemed like a pretty deep drop as well, that one. So I'm going to credit it for a loss of 10. Let's see what that was, though. Lisa says, not going to dispute Jamar Jefferson is a good running back. However, we have better. I think it's true, but right now, Jamar deserves better too. You could put him on a lot of teams in the NFL and he wouldn't look out of place, I think. 2nd and 17, and that's the end of the first quarter. $14-0 at the end of the first. And your thoughts on the first quarter?
I'm just very quickly watching that play again to see who was on stat. But yeah, this is preseason game 3, right? When you've not got much of your roster to figure out, you're just throwing a lot of guys out there who are not gonna be there. Hang on, just one sec. That was just a swarm. Oh. Okay.
Just to show you your match stats at the end of the first quarter on the screen right now. 47 rush yards for the Steelers to the Lions 14, 49 passing yards to the Lions 17. That's gross, not net of sacks. We're in negative passing yards if you're counting sacks. 1 turnover for the Lions to 0 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. 3 sacks for them and another tackle for a loss. We have 3 tackles for loss of our own, though. Our defense has come to play somewhat.
Where did Russia come from?
We did have a question about the 2-point play for Florida State. Brent said he missed it. He was wondering how they got 8. So basically, they lined up with most of their players to the right-hand side of the formation lining up to go for 2. And then they motioned the one guy they had on the left-hand side out to the right. And they just had an overload on the left-hand side of the formation. So they just ran the ball out of that formation for their punter to run it in unopposed, basically. It was really weird. Georgia Tech messed up somehow.
Yeah, they did. They've been really good, though, this game. They're very aggressive, running the ball well, but they're aggressive against Florida State's run attack. They stopped them running the ball, and then that puts them in trouble because DJU's not good at hitting it downfield. So they found a way to play against them. Yeah, it was a Guacan and Hudson who fucked up for that last sack.
Lions are ready to go to start the second quarter. Brent said, how do they teach Hooker to slide, baby, slide? Someone is going to decapitate him if he doesn't change his ways. I mean, there are other rushing quarterbacks who haven't needed to do as much sliding, but it would be great if he was going to do it a bit more often to learn how to do it. Here we go then. 2nd down and 17. Hooker, 2-step drop and a quicker throw, but he was putting his man in trouble there, and it's 3rd down.
He fumbled the snap.
Third down and 17. If whoever that was to had caught that, they would have gotten absolutely destroyed. From our own 27. Hooker takes the snap. Looks like there might have been an offside there, but they carry on. Hooker breaks it, and he's going to rush. He's going to get tackled for a gain of about 7. 4th down and 10.
And this is the problem with rushing quarterbacks. You know, there was nothing. He was never going to get the yardage there, and he's putting himself in harm's way for shots. The trouble is, he's busy trying to prove himself. You know, he thinks he has to prove something, and every play needs to be a big play, and like he sees all the other guys do it. And he's not making sensible decisions. He's had a concussion already. Like, you only get so many before you're done, or before one really hurts you.
What a punch by Jack Fox to the 5, and great coverage by the Lions down at the 12. You're right, though. You're absolutely right. SW Line says, I don't think Hooker's ready to be the backup, and Sudfeld isn't either. They need to bring someone else in. I think it would be on the table, Ant.
Well, yeah.
But who's going to be available as a competent backup quarterback at this stage? Fields, lovely throw, gain of 13. Would be surprised if they didn't call a hold there, but they didn't. That was definitely a hold. First down and 10 from the 25. Now good throw by Fields after play action. Now under centre. Extra tight end in the game. Running play. Gets the edge. P. Ryan breaks several tackles. Gets 12. First down Pittsburgh. Can't give up the edge there. That was Ty Summers, unfortunately. Whose guard is still outside of his shirt.
Probably deliberate. Van Der Esch used to wear it like that.
Fields is empty here. Takes a snap, 3-step drop, looking down the middle of the field, throws. Oh! Bassey almost got there for a pick. Looks like it was incomplete. Well, Bassey got there way early.
That's good coverage. Good coverage.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't get called, I guess.
He didn't touch him. If he touches him, then yeah, but he doesn't.
He bloody well did.
No, he bloody well didn't. Give over.
Delay handoff and breaks a tackle, P. Ryan, but goes down after 1. 3rd down and 9. Calling it 3rd down and 8. Fields in shotgun again. Lions showing blitz. And they do bring 5. And Fields goes down! Good pressure from the Lions D-line across the board.
Yeah.
But the sack is by Ty Summers from the linebacker position. Got held on the play, but contacted Fields really well. Lions are getting off the field. Isaiah Williams is going to be the punt returner here. Received at the 20, beats the first man. Little bit of room, good blocking, but good tackle out to the 36. All right, Lions have got just over 10 minutes to go. Needing to put some points on the board, but the Steelers are still showing a good amount of starters, and after a poor first quarter, they've tightened up a bit.
Yeah, they're starting to get a grip of the game now. So yeah, it's more encouraging. Now we need to see a bit more from the offense because that's not been encouraging.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Had a comment in our Discord channel which said from Taib, I can't tell whether Hooker's holding onto the ball too long or he's getting no time behind the O-line. Don't know about you, Ant, but it feels like a bit of both. Sometimes he's been given no time, but there have been times where he's been well protected and he's just not been able to get rid of the ball.
No, you can see the indecision is a bit there, but again, been put under a lot of pressure really quickly. It's not what he's used to schematically. And again, this is all part of the learning curve coming to the NFL. I mean, like, he could get blitzed back in the day, back when he was in college, but his scheme's designed to get people out quick and in space. When you've got to hold on to it a minute and you've got to make sensible decisions and just be calm in the pocket, that's where you can see he's struggling at the minute. But again, that's the transition. He can only do it with snaps, right? And he was hurt last year, so he didn't get any of these snaps. This is literally the first football he's playing, and he's been playing with the threes so far. So he's not been up against the level of competition. So that's the same with all these guys. People just need to rein it in a little bit and realize that, that there's going to be a growth issue period. And that's what he's going through at the minute. You can see it, but the more he learns, the more footage he gets, the more data he's got to work with, the better it'll get. But I think some people were that desperate to see him just be great right away that they kind of forgotten the situation that he's in. And he's not going to be great right away. And that's okay, because he's got a lot of development to do.
At the end of the day, people like to say, if he was healthy in his final season and didn't get injured, he would have been a first rounder. Yeah, okay, but that hides the fact that most first rounder quarterbacks like him probably would have been at the end of the first round. And those are the ones you say, they're probably not going to work out, but they've got some talent. So, that's still the precursor to that argument. He wasn't going to be a top 10 pick. Ever.
I will say, precursor-wise, quarterbacks don't fall out of the first round because of injuries, unless they are really serious. He was never going to be a first-round pick. Ever. And this is coming from someone who, I do this during the year. I keep an eye on where people are going and what they are. He was never, ever. Some people may have put him in there. Everyone puts someone in there. But again, just the age, the lack of scheme, strength and all that, it's not the most complicated thing. A lot of factors working against him, which will put him out of first round consideration. That injury did not have a bearing on it. Maybe a little, but there's no way he was going in the first, even healthy.
I mean, it kind of hurt that his age was what it was as well. There's many factors which were depressing his stock.
That's the killer. The age is the, but again, the simplicity of his offense and the age were the big killers, not
Yeah,
the injury.
yeah. 3rd down and 8 now after Hooker in play action just missed a dump off to Shane Zylstra, unfortunately. Donovan Peoples-Jones missed the call at the line there, had to be told what it was by his other teammates. Not ideal, and now the Lions called a timeout. Come on, DPJ. You cannot be missing them. Adolfo says Hooker looks a lot like Love did when we played him in the last game of the 2021 season. I would argue Love looks maybe even slightly better. Unfortunately, and we thought Love looked bad.
Carlton, don't give Ashley bad jokes to use, please.
I loved it.
He doesn't need encouragement.
What about the Boys of Summer? It's a great song. Anyway, that's offsides. Come on. Is this false start? It is. False start by number 59. That's Giovanni Manu. He definitely did go early at left tackle.
He did.
Third and 13 then for Hooker from the 33. Oh, awfully protected and goes down for the sack. It's number 48 for Pittsburgh. Welshoff. Yikes. At this point, this is doing Hooker no good. What happened there? We did have someone say, JS said Mac Jones is on the cut bubble in Jacksonville, so he could get a cut next week. Would you consider bringing in someone like Mac Jones?
Yeah, give him a go. See what you can do. Absolutely.
Directional punt by Jack Fox, and I say directional kindly because I think he actually skewed off his boot a little bit. Another chance for our defense to show out here. Brent said, you all are not taking into consideration that if Hooker doesn't get hurt, he wins the Heisman Trophy and that would have bumped him up to a late first-round pick, maybe. I think he would have been a potential late first-round pick, maybe, but I think if he hadn't got injured, it would potentially would have been a mid-second instead of a mid-third. That's my own opinion. Winning the Heisman Trophy doesn't change your draft stock. It doesn't change anything about your draft stock whatsoever.
Winning the Heisman means nothing. I'm sorry, it doesn't. You have multiple you have two guys who've won multiple Heismans and they both flamed out.
Being
on plays. The old Alabama one, can't remember his name. He was the one who bounced around probably nearly every team in the NFL, but it doesn't really mean a great deal. And plus Heisman's a joke. It's a quarterback competition now. Not even necessarily when a quarterback's not the best player in there. It's just a quarterback-friendly thing. And again, he's playing in a scheme that allows him to stat pad. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. It is a scheme that allows him to stat pad. Honestly, the odds of him going in the first were always tiny.
Yeah.
If he's a first-round quarterback talent, someone's not going to pass on him just because he's got an injury. They will take him as a first-round talent. You don't drop all the way into the third round because of an injury. Unless it's, again, serious. Like, really serious. But he was always going to come back from it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not talking about the now retired quarterback who came from Arkansas, whose name escapes me.
McCarron or something like that. I can't remember. AJ McCarron. I think it was AJ McCarron. I think he won 2 Heismans, if I remember the right one.
Who was the quarterback who recently went undrafted a couple of years ago, went to the UFL, had major knee issues from a team that you like, and has now retired?
Oh, you're talking Carson Strong.
Yeah, that's who I meant. Like, Hooker was never Carson Strong in terms of endemic injuries, so...
No. No, he'd not had any injuries. And again, I'm not knocking Hooker. I'm just explaining why it's taken him time to adjust. So I'm not really concerned. When I see stuff like this, I'm not concerned because, it's stuff he's learning. It's stuff he's not really been. That is not a catch. You better overturn that.
Oh, yikes. So now the Pittsburgh reserves are in. You've got Kyle Allen at quarterback. Johnny Manziel, says Carlton Wood.
Money Manziel.
Oh, it's going to be a sack! What a sack! Number 41. It's James Houston beating the right tackle, all ends up. Third down on a chance for the Lions to get on the field once again. Third down and 14. Lions again trying to show pressure. They do bring 6 and a good throw and catch, but short wild goose on the tackle after a gain of about 6. Fourth down and 8. The receiver's trying to claim he was hit early, and he was, but it was bang bang. It was bang bang, it's fine. They're looking for a flag there for DPI, but it's a wild goose chase. Punt is away. Caught at the 15. Coming down to this left-hand side. Doesn't get any gaps, unfortunately. Down at the 28. Lions ball. Oh, I feel like hell. It's Sarah's birthday on Monday. We're meant to be going out tomorrow.
You do. Have a nice day.
Do my best for her, but let's see. We went out for Chinese for lunch.
Very nice.
Went to a place for only for locals, and got some duck and some char siu pork, and it was unbelievable.
I've not had my food yet. I was that busy trying to get home from work, and I'm trying to watch a college game. I don't have time to go get food currently, so I will get food when the half hits.
Yes, I'm gonna get, I don't know, a noodle pot or something when half time comes.
I've got some coronation chicken for my
Nice.
sandwiches. Love coronation chicken. Food of the gods.
Lisa, being the fountain of knowledge, has let us know that AJ McCarron is currently at UFL team the St. Louis Battlehawks.
But I thought that's where that scrub had gone from. Oh God, who's at the Battlehawks now? The one who chickened out on Texas State. Jaden DeLaura. I think Jaden DeLaura has gone to the Battlehawks, if I remember rightly. He got in some legal trouble, so he left college and went to the UFL instead. I could be wrong, but I swear we only did it the other week, so that was fresh in my mind.
Trying to have a look at what the St. Louis Battlehawks roster is at the moment, but it's not easy.
St. Louis, by the way, not St. Louis. St. Louis.
It's
St. Louis Battlehawks.
It's St. Louis if you're French. It's St. Louis if you're American.
Tu parles français?
Oui,
You can do this. I've done Spanish so far this year, so
je parle un peu français.
the hell was
Quarterbacks.
that? You sneeze.
What? Screw you. Quarterbacks for St. Louis. AJ McCarron, Manny Wilkins, and Brandon Silvers, apparently.
Oh, he must have gone somewhere else then.
Right, here come the Lions. First down and 10 in I form. Hooker, fake handoff, almost into trouble, dumps it off, and James Mitchell drops it. That was not a good play by James Mitchell, who's caught everything thrown his way this preseason, but puts that one down. And that was actually one of Hooker's better throws today. Dan looks pissed on the sideline. Second and 10, halfway through the second quarter. At the 27. Hooker looking right, dumps it off the middle to number 88, gain of 9, third down and 1. Number 88 is Caden Davis, who is trying to make a play for this roster.
That was much better. Calm in the pocket, looking through his progressions, steady. That was really good from Hooker.
Good route as well from Caden Davis. There's a bit of traffic there, but he managed to find some room in the zone coverage.
Left the linebacker ball watching, as they say.
Third and 1, Hooker hands it off to the running back, who doesn't get there. Oh, they're giving it to him, I think. 1 yard gain, first down and 10. Referees are giving the first down to the Lions. Brent is butchering. Well, he got the phonetics right, I guess, but c'est la vie. C'est la vie. What? Who's that? I can't remember who C'est la vie was. Anyway, first down and 10.
That was an Irish band.
Oh, Strode's DPJ looked like it was going to get undercut, but it wasn't, and DPJ should have caught that one.
Bewitched.
Yes, it was. Correct.
Say you will, say you won't, say you'll do what I don't.
Say you're true, say to me.
C'est la vie.
What do you like? Hooker hands this one off after a run blitz. Good run from Jake Funk for a gain of 10 and a first down, Lions. No.
Funkadactyl.
They gave him the first down. Well done. By the Funkinator. Hand off, hit behind the line, tackle for a loss, second down and 12.
Yeah, you stay there, Nate. Stay there.
Good boy. Like a faithful dog. Hooker in shotgun, two-step drop, looking left. Throws. Good throw on time to Isaiah Williams. Tried to call for protection from Donovan Peoples-Jones, but did not get it. But that's a first down for the Lions. We all had Isaiah Williams in, but I don't think his position is by any means certain, and he is showing out today.
Again, we kind of said if you're taking the most talented receivers, then he gets in. If you're taking receivers by position, he's going to struggle, but take the talent and then figure out what you want to do with it later. That's the way to go. You just take the most physical talent you can into a season. Thought I got one-handed out the air there.
I thought so too.
Oh, is that the old Packers one, Dean Lowry?
Yeah, I think so.
Boom.
All right, 2nd down and 10 here after the batted ball at the line. Everyone to Hooker's left, apart from the running back. Hands this one off. Lots of room for Jake Funk. He's going to get another 1st down. 14 yards for Jake Funk. Marmark saying, Hooker doing panicked or just too hurried throws, ? Honestly, the accuracy is slightly off anyway, even when he's not hurried, so maybe panic is what's going on. From the 21. Hooker in shotgun. Maurice Alexander's on the field on the far side, and Hooker looks his way, beats the rusher, and gets himself plenty of yards. He might go all the way. He gets himself 2 yards short. Hooker with a scramble for 19. And it's 1st down and goal from the 2. You're right, Carlton. Manu missed that block there. He was far too soft. Hooker, meanwhile, wasn't. Good run by him. 1st down and goal from the 2. Hooker hands this one off. Funk beats 1, but can't beat the 2nd. Is 2nd down and goal from the 2. Funk
That's a hell of
good.
A tackle, that is. That's a hell of a tackle.
Great tackle. Just under 3 minutes to go in this half. Hooker looking right, plenty of room, throws to Funk, touchdown Lions. Jake Funk with a receiving touchdown. I didn't have that one on the bingo card, Ant.
Well, I mean, we're into the real depth players now, aren't we? So I guess that was always going to happen. But he's looked good. He's had some really good runs this drive. Really good. Like I said, these running backs, they're all making a case to go, even though they're probably not going to get there. But hopefully these guys we can sneak through to the practice squad, because this is genuine depth we can carry there and keep for us.
Extra point coming up. Bates straight through the middle. 14-7, 2:33 to go. Lions fight song playing around the building. Adolf still said, I'm seriously fine with having 5 running backs and 4 wide receivers at this point. Brian Shook said, funky Hooker drive. Not wrong. Not wrong. Lisa said, Funk does look good today. They will bring him to the practice squad. I mean, running backs are in such demand, aren't they, in this league? That's why there's so many of them, because so many of them get injured and then you need replacements. I wouldn't imagine any of our guys are going to last for long on the practice squad the way they've been playing. Jake Bates with the kickoff. Can he get this one right? That one goes through the end zone, I think. No, flags! I thought that went through the end zone, but it went out of bounds, apparently. I think that's really unfair to say that went out of bounds. I thought that went out of the end zone. Good throw from Hooker to Funk, and it was a very catchable ball, that.
Jesus.
Here we go from the 40-yard line then. Steelers, quick throw to the left on a wide receiver screen. Oh, should have blown him up for a tackle for a loss, but Number 48 for the Lions missed him. That's Lawrence Strickland. Second down and 8. Well read by the Lions on defense. Coming up to the 2-minute warning. Don't have to run a play here. And they aren't going to run a play here. It's a 2-minute warning.
Chance to get the ball back for half.
Mark are asking about the play calling. What do you think?
Well, ours?
Yeah.
I mean, offensively, it was much better that last drive. Like I said, they seem to have found a way to counter this blitz scheme that Pittsburgh have been running. So they've adapted to it and they look good. And I mean, the defense has adapted as well. I mean, 2 touchdowns early doors, but they've not given them much since. You know, they're aggressive. They're getting sacks. They're putting them in tackle for loss situations. I mean, it's been better. I think we started a little slow, but guys are starting to, put their names forward. Ty Summers has been good. Jake Funk's been good. Like, guys are, they're doing all right. They're just a lot of stupid penalties at the moment, which have been really sort of bugging us. But I guess when you get a load of third stringers versus third stringers, it happens.
I think for me, especially when we're facing the starters, but actually just looking at it now, when you have an offensive line like this, the defensive equivalents always look slightly better. So when you're looking offensive play calling, it's hard because they're just getting beaten up all the time. And, how good's the play calling? I don't know. Our offensive line is just being leaky and Hook has been put under a lot of pressure. But I don't hate what's been going on. There's been dump-offs that Hooker has missed and, emergency valves that he's clearly been taught to look for. And Hooker's actually had command of the offense, telling DPJ where to go and trying to correct him where he went wrong. Play calling wise, it's really hard to discern what's going on. On defense, I actually quite like what we've done, to be honest. I mean, we had TFLs in there quite early on, even though we gave up some touchdowns. And after the starters came out for Pittsburgh, I think we've looked like the better team, to be honest.
I mean, the trouble is it's vanilla play calling versus vanilla play calling. Like, no one's giving away anything of what they do here at this point. So even on defense, you can look good, but you're coming up against an offense which is not going to be giving you its best looks. It's giving you looks. Like, this is just basic plays and, guys trying to execute basic plays the best. So it's very hard to sort of judge play calling in this situation. They're not going to give anything away going into the season that they might be doing or planning, especially for a team like us who rely on sort of the shock awe of what we do with how we play. So, yeah, it's very hard to tell anything play call wise, but they've at least adjusted in a basic manner in this game and given the guys a chance.
Many thanks to Jeff Hurley donating $9.99 through the super chat. Appreciate you, Jeff. Thank you very, very much. Lisa says they are not going to give away the plays of the season in preseason. You're right. That's basically exactly what Ant said with the vanilla play calling, to be honest. Second down and 8. Empty set for the Steelers. 2 to the left, 3 to the right. Looking right. And lost the ball! And I think the Steelers have it. Steelers have it back, do they?
Don't think we got that, did we? Or did we? Not like their guy got it first.
I thought their guy got it first, but then the one I thought who had it...
I can hear the cheer.
That is a fumble caused by his own man because number 45 got there for the Lions. Ukwu pushed his own man into his throwing arm. Clear fumble. I think Mekhi Wingo potentially could have got there first. The Steelers guy who was down there didn't have his arms on the ball. I think the Steelers have got this still. I don't know. Let's have a look. The coverage doesn't know. It is the Lions on the field. Chance for the Lions to get on terms then before the end of the half. Hooker, play action, looking deep. Over the middle, good throw, good catch. Nice gainer for Caden Davis. Caden Davis making a play for this roster, my man. Nice run. Nice sharp cut and then coming back towards the ball to give himself a yard. Really good stuff. First down and 10. 1:27 to go. Hooker looking better in the second quarter.
Yeah, they're settled down now. They're really settled down. And momentum.
Jefferson.
Jeremy Reisman hates the word, but momentum's a real thing in football.
It really is. A vertical toss play to Jamar Jefferson for a gain of 6. And Hooker was hit late there on that throw before.
Oh, no.
Mark says Jamar Jefferson working hard for a chance of team or practice squad. I don't think there's much chance that he makes the team.
He'll go to the practice squad like he always does. Ooh. What happened there? Oh.
Sorry about the alert there. Didn't mean to put that on.
Oh.
FSU ahead.
No, it's still level. Georgia Tech nearly gave up a... Oh, what a pass. They're at the Seminoles 25. They just fumbled a handoff, which Florida State nearly got, but their right guard made a right play to get it back.
Second down and 3. 44 seconds to go here. Mark says, who's our centre? If the starters are still in, it's a Guakun. Hooker in shotgun takes a snap, hands it off. No, he doesn't. He pulled it. Looking for the throw, advances a little bit and gets the first down. Gain of 4. First and goal with 38 seconds to go.
Close.
Carlton said, Funk, Knight or Jefferson to the practice squad. If Knight doesn't make it, I would go Knight and Jefferson. Even
practice squads, practice squads are up to 16 this year. They're huge, so you can take all of them.
Hooker hands this one off to Jefferson, goes up the middle, gets himself 4. They tried to push the pile. It's going to be second down and goal from the 1.
Go on, Haynes King, go on! Oh, they're a yard away. Come on, GT.
Third and final timeout for Detroit.
This is funny. The Lions and Georgia Tech are in exactly the same position on the field.
1 yard line.
Yeah, they're both at the 1 yard line right now.
Oh, man. At the end of the third quarter for Georgia Tech as well. Wow, they're going to go ahead. Shit.
They don't need to make a play. Leave it.
"28 seconds left as we come out of the timeout. Lions have none left. 28 seconds to go. Second and goal.
And the third.
Just to let you know, I think we're both going for food during this break, so we'll just talk.
I'll hang around for a bit while you go, because you've been on longer, and then...
Hand it off to Jamar Jefferson. Touchdown, Detroit.
Yes! Yes, Jamar!
He's deserved that. He really has deserved it. "25 seconds to go. Extra point coming. Bates from the left hash. It is up, and it is good. Watch on that hold, by the way, and if you ever do go back to that. So Jack Fox actually held it up upright and then adjusted it to be about 30 degrees so that was ideal for the kicker.
Yeah.
Bates likes it at like 30 degrees or so. I don't know why, but tie ball game. Who'd have thought it? The field again.
That's my day, mate. That's my day, mate.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a kneel here after this kickoff, to be honest.
Yeah.
Kickoff is away. This one is high and in the landing zone and is going to be returned from the 3. Bit of a gap. Lovely tackle by number 36 for the Lions. That is Jake Funk. And there is a flag. And holding on the receiving team, even more it's going to come back. "19 seconds to go. And what's going to happen?" They are kneeling this one out. That's going to lose a rushing yard. All right, that is going to be the half. All right, so we can take a look at the stats at the end of half number 1. 62 rushing yards for the Steelers and 46 passing yards. 81 rushing yards for the Lions and 63 passing yards. 1 turnover each. 5 sacks to 4 in favour of the Steelers. 6 to 5 in tackles for a loss. But the Lions have really fought back since the starters have gone out for the Steelers in what's been an improved offensive and defensive performance. The floor is yours for just a moment.
Yeah, they started off a little slow in this one, but again, Steelers come out with some of their starters, and again, a lot of these are third string guys who are, fighting to get on the roster, but there was kind of a talent mismatch to start with, and sometimes you start these games off cold. It's preseason, right? So, yeah, it was a slow start. It looked ominous, especially after the turnover and then 2 touchdowns quick, but they've been very good in response. They've adapted their tactics on both sides of the ball. They've been a lot more aggressive on defense. The offense has negated the blitz that Pittsburgh have been sending all the time. Yeah, there's been growing pains, but overall, I think it's been very... Yes! Georgia Tech touchdown! Screw you, Florida State! Sorry. I am watching 2 games at this point here, but get it. Jamal Haynes. Name you need to watch out for in draft circles, Jamal Haynes. He's a hell of a good running back. Anyhow, back to where I was. Yeah, the Lions. Love the way they've adjusted on both sides of the ball. And yeah, momentum is a real thing in games. They got that 1 touchdown back, and Pittsburgh have kind of gone back into their shells. Their depth guys, their second, third string guys have not been as good, and we've taken advantage of that. And you're seeing positional battles for us, like the running back room, Jake Funt, Jamar Jefferson. These guys are fighting for their lives, knowing that, they've got to put in a hell of an effort to get on this roster or to even get up to the practice squad. And you're seeing this competition create, some, great plays here. And they're all fighting. They're fighting very hard. You see the same with the linebackers. Beauplan's been playing very well. Summers has been playing incredibly well. And these guys know that their chance of making the roster are very slim, but they're going out there, they're trying their hardest. That's what this level of depth and competition does for you. So It was rough to start with, but I think it's been quite encouraging going on there. So hopefully we can carry this on into the second half, go get the win and give Dan as many headaches as possible. That's what you want. You want Dan to leave this game like, oh my God, I'm going to lose sleep over who I'm going to take, who no, I'm not going to take. Weirdly enough, for the first time ever, maybe it might not be like making the 53, making the decisions over the 53 is obviously critical, but we've got a lot of starters in there. We know a lot of what's going on. Formulating this practice squad might be some of the biggest, decisions Dan makes this year because going to a Super Bowl, you need these guys you can bring up from the practice squad to make a difference on your team and taking the right guys, being able to get the right guys on the practice squad could potentially be his biggest problem, but it could also be his best decisions if you're able to get guys there. So it's going to be really intriguing. Like the practice squad, as much as the 53 is going to be a thing there. Yeah, sorry everyone. I am mixing between college football and this. I apologize, but trying to do both. First time we've had it on ages, and I do the show. So anyone playing well enough to make the 53, says Mike the Marine. Stephen Gilmore is, I'm going to live and die by this. Stephen Gilmore should make the roster. Brandon Joseph should make the roster. And I was talking about this on the 53-man show the other day. Good teams get players on their practice squad, develop and refine them, and bring them up to their team. Now, you're not going to create loads of first stringers and all pros and Hall of Fame players off your practice squad, but what you can do is you can develop guys under the radar who come in and fill the critical depth spots on your chart. Especially for us, we need depth in the secondary, and Joseph and Gilmore would be examples of our practice squad being a success in creating players for our team. And like this year, if you want to put some of the running backs down there, some of the guys who are not quite there, the receivers, if Isaiah Williams doesn't make it, which he should, if Caden Davis doesn't make it, put them down there, get them ready, and then bring them up when you want to. That is what good teams do. We've just had a practice squad that's been full of scrubs and full of people who are there if we need them, sort of thing, for so long. But it can be used as almost like a little farm system for your team. So that's what I want to see. I want to see these guys on there making it through. So I think Gilmore's playing well enough to get there. I think Joseph's playing well enough to get there. Isaiah Williams, he should be going. This argument that we've got too many guys like him is bogus. Like I said, take the talent, take as many talented slot receivers as you can get your hands on, and if worst comes to the worst, they're good trade bait, and you can trade for better players, but you keep the talent. Don't take someone less talented just because they play in a different position that you need. If they're not as good, don't take them. As Brad says, take the talent, worry about the disposition of it later on. That's when the trade market comes in. That's when roster cut downs come in. That's when you go out and look for guys who maybe are what you need them to be a little bit more. So I think there's quite a lot of guys. Strickland is what me and Matt said. You just have this feeling about him, like you're not kind of sure what it is, but you want him on there. You can't quite explain why, but I think he's just been that good. Obviously, with Brandon Joseph playing the way that he has, I don't think you can take two newbies into the safety room here. I think that would be risky, but I think Strickland has played really well. And I think, if he was to get a spot on the roster, then great. But all these guys can legitimately lay a claim to this roster. Out of the young guys, the undrafted free agents, Aguakun has been playing well. He did get manhandled a bit for a sack earlier, but again, seeing what I like enough from him to be able to develop. I mean, maybe he ends up on the practice squad. He'd be one I'd like to at least get to the practice squad and spend a year on him, just developing his technique up a little bit. But he's got a lot of what we need already. So this is what I love about our preseason. First time in forever, we've got a lot of guys fighting, not just for spots now, but spots for the future as well. So, yeah, I think there's a lot of these guys who are able to put a claim in here. I think it's going to be tough to predict these last few spots on the team. Let's just have a look, see anyone else is in there. Any questions or anything you want to ask, I will get to them. So I'm not ignoring you. Carlton goes, and you think any wide receiver improves his stock during the first half? Caden Davis, he certainly improved his stock. Some good plays from him. As Matt said, it's tough. These guys have not just been playing well in preseason, but they've been playing well at training camp. They've been playing well in the off season. They've done everything physically possible to make this roster. And there's some guys we're going to genuinely be sad to lose who may get shots elsewhere. But Caden Davis certainly has. Isaiah Williams has furthered his cause here. He's had some returns. He's had some catches. Like, every time he gets the ball, you feel a little bit excited. Like, you think, oh, something's coming with him. He's just, I don't know. He's just giving off a vibe at the minute. I wasn't sure when they gave him all that money when he came out of the UDFA class. It means nothing, the amount of money they give them. But obviously, they saw something and they're starting to realize it. So, certainly Williams and Davis have done themselves the world of good here. And I think it's going to be so tough. Like, the wide receiver room is probably the most interesting of all, right? Of these depth guys, who's going to get him? I think DPJ is going to struggle. He whiffed on that block earlier. He had to force the team to use a timeout. I think his time is over. And as much as we put him in to the 53-man roster, we're doing it out of hope that he can be what he was back at the Browns. But somewhere along the line, I think you just kind of have to admit that it's not working for them. And it just looks like his time really is done with us. So it's gonna be a shame. Yes, FSU are driving, but they're making hard work of it. 10 minutes to go, down 7. They're gonna find a way to win. The gods are not kind enough to me to give me such ammunition over Ash early in the season. They're not that nice. Florida State are gonna win, but yeah, they'll probably do it on They'll probably do it on a walk-off. I'm calling it now. It'll be a walk-off field goal, and they'll win it. But they've just been stopped. 4th and 7. They're going to have to punt it, or are they in range of the kicker? Or are they going to go for it? They're going to go for it. Interesting. He goes, DPJ looks slow. DPJ does look slow. He just doesn't look. He doesn't look right. I think he's kind of accepted the fact that he's not going to get going here. So again, Williams, Davis, they are out there busting their melons to get on this roster. You just don't see the same commitment from DPJ at this moment in time. So I think that is more. I would say Williams is close on a lock to make the roster now over him, but I know they like Caden Davis. Well, one of them two is going to make it over. Come on, damn it!
I really hope that either or both of Caden Davis and Isaiah Williams make it over DPJ. To be honest, Caden's been so impressive.
Yeah. Damn it. Florida State just did a 4th and 7. Yeah. Sorry, you're back. Oh, what's he got? Oh, he's got his pot noodle. Food of the gods over here in Britain, pot noodle.
Little So Georgia Tech are winning this game.
They are. I've said though, the gods are not kind enough to give me this sort of ammunition over our show early in the year.
They are. I bet they will.
They're not. They're really not. They're going to get a walk-off. They'll get a touchdown. I mean, what are we at? 10 minutes. They'll get a touchdown. Then they'll get a stop. And then they'll drive. And they'll get a walk-off field goal. Calling it you right now. I'm not this lucky.
I'm calling a 7-point Georgia Tech win right now.
Well, if you are, then I mean, I'm just going to be so happy. Saying that though, then we'll lose. Mind you saying that this is an ACC game, so this goes against the championship game.
Yeah,
this gives my Wolfpack a leg up. Where are we? We're not back yet.
I noticed in College Game Day, no one selected the Wolfpack when it came to who was winning the ACC. Even Miami got a vote.
You know what? I didn't put them in my predictions the other day. I don't get that lucky. I'd rather not predict them and they make it than predict them.
Who did you predict for the ACC? I haven't got there yet.
I have. Oh God, who did I have? Oh God, who did I have?
Clemson?
No,
I mean, the top three are meant to be Clemson, Miami, or FSU.
That's it. I had the Hurricanes over Florida State.
Really?
Yep. I believe it. But Cam Ward is at the Hurricanes this year.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a very good quarterback. My God, they ran it on 3rd and 9. Oh, are they going for it? They're going for a forfeit. Come on, please, 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 please. Give me this. Give me this. Love me.
Just kick the field goal, for goodness sake.
Love me.
Oh, dear.
No! No! You see, I will not get lucky. God does not love me. Oh. I predicted this already.
Carlton says, I wonder if we get wholesale changes at wide receiver at halftime, getting Fountain, Alexander, Maurice,
Yes.
Tom Kennedy, Calhoun, meaning DPJ, Williams, and Davis are done for the day. I would like to see DPJ get sat, and I'd like to see more of Fountain. But
Isaiah Williams does not need to do any more to prove himself. He's done.
that's fair.
There we go. Touchdown. Ugh. Roydell Williams. He's going to do well there. Now, do they go for 2 or do they go for 1?
If this was the end of the game, you go for 2. But I think here
No, you
probably
wouldn't.
go
No,
for
you
1.
wouldn't. You can't afford a loss to Georgia Tech in conference. You've got to play it safe and go for the winning extras. But yeah, they're kicking it.
Kickoff is away in the Lions game.
All right, okay, I'll just watch this.
Received and returned by Maurice Alexander. Room on the edge, but gets caught at the 34-yard line, and Lions have it at that spot.
Yeah, decent return, decent field position. No, Nate. No, Nate. Hooker, 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 please. Hooker, hooker, hooker. Hey,
Apologies for eating on stream, by the way, everyone. I'm just so hungry. You should go and eat at some point.
Defensive player of the year right there, folks. Aiden Hutchinson. 20 sacks.
Lions run up the middle for the first down, get 4.
More importantly, Hendon Hooker is still in the game.
2nd down and 6.
I saw your question marker about Rhode Island. I'll get back to you in a minute. But yes, they do have a good football team. Don't think they should give Minnesota too much trouble, though. Minnesota have a better football team than people give them credit for this year.
2nd and 7. Hooker looking left, locks on, but throws. Good catch. Zylstra toe tapping for a gain of about 12 and a first down for the Lions. Definitely looked like a bit of OPI there, but maybe he sold it well by doing the run properly from the route properly from Maurice Alexander.
Oh, Junie posted the Jefferson touchdown for me. Thank you, James. Appreciate that.
Hooker under center from our own 49. Play action, looking deep. Going deep. Oh, Fountain could have had it.
Ooh.
Fountain should have had it. God damn it. Good throw.
That was maybe his chance.
Yeah.
That is how roster spots are won and lost, folks.
They are. And the thing is, Fountain, although there was plenty of contact before the ball got there, I mean, that should be DPI.
That's DPI. Give up. That's DPI.
He should still have caught it. Even so. Second and 10 then at the Lions 49. Handed off. Well done by Jermar Jefferson. Puts the shoulder down. Gain of 3. Could have been a no-gainer there. 3rd down and 7. It's Bam Knight, sorry, back there, not Jermar. They're not similar. Whoops.
Oh, God.
At the Steelers 48 then, 3rd and 7.
Oh, I've just got a comment on Twitter from someone saying Hooker's seen more sacks than Stormy Daniels.
Hooker gets the first down. Sorry, say that again. You're seeing more what?
Hooker's seeing more sacks than Stormy Daniels.
Oh, yikes.
He has been sacked a lot. Oh.
There's a clear hold there by Manu, which didn't get called.
Yeah. I love how he puts his arms up at the end, just like, yeah, not me, ref. Love it.
Who? No, my name's Giovanni Manananana.
My name's Taylor Decker.
Hooker then from the 40 hands this one off. Some good penetration again by the Steelers. Gain of maybe 1 there for the Lions. 2nd down and 9.
Come on, Haynes.
I love hearing Danny Rogers. Just saying right now.
Hey, Monty. Not long. I'll get to unleash you, my friend.
Here's Hooker. Oh, what a... Oh! There's a flag. Hooker dropped the snap, but managed to gain about 13 yards there.
I think a bit of a low tackle on Hooker there as well. I
think the flag is for an offside by the defense. It was.
He's
That's declined. Oh. First down, Lions.
Hendon Hooker slide to save your life challenge impossible. He's gonna get hurt. That linebacker's just gone at his knees. I get that he's exciting and all, but the more I'm thinking about it, the more I am not comfortable trusting him as a long-term project, because he's going to get hurt and he can't afford any more injuries.
1st and 10. Hooker takes a snap. Quick throw to Tom Kennedy. Wide receiver screen blown up. Good tackle by number 31 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. 2nd down and 11.
This just reminds me of the Patricia days. Unblocked screens. Oh, I used to tear my hair out over that stuff. Kennedy just didn't have a chance there. GT 3rd and 2. Let's get it. Let's get it. 5 minutes to go.
2nd and 11. Hooker throwing to the right. Good catch by Saint Zylstra. And gets himself about 9 yards there to make it 3rd and 2.
Ooh, nice stiff arm to the face.
What happened in your game, Ant?
GT 3rd and 2 have false started. I'm telling you now, drive killer, less than 5 minutes to go. They're going to punt it. They're going to get it all the way up there. And they're going to hit a walk-off field goal. I'm just Nostradamus when it comes to these things.
And then we'll be Rostradamus on Tuesday.
Nostradamus.
3rd and 3. Hooker in shotgun, hands it off. Bam, bam, gets 5 for the first.
Bam, bam, thank you, man.
Just under 10 minutes to go.
Yes, they got it. They got the 3rd down. Oh, he's got more. He's got more. Maybe I'm not dead just yet.
Carlton Wood says, make Hooker run against Kirby Joseph in training. Lol. Hooker hands this one off again to Knight. Gain of 1.5. Second down and 8. From the 15. Hooker takes the snaps a little high. Looking right, now looking left. Now takes off up the middle. And
slide.
He tried to slide. He got his knee down and then got hit afterwards. What's going on?
What are you doing? Stop it, Hendon.
That wasn't Hendon's fault. He got his knee down.
No, he didn't.
He
Oh, they
didn't.
did
You're
after.
right.
It
You're
was just
right.
very jarring.
Third and 1. Third and 1 from the 8. Handed off. Good penetration by Pittsburgh. I don't think he got there. I think he is about 2-3 inches short. Fourth down and inches.
$2.40 to go. Haynes King looks so good.
Fourth and 1. Flag goes. It's a false start.
Ah, don't be Manu again. You can't afford anymore.
It is Giovanni Manu.
Oh, Dan did not like that.
They are still going for it. No, they're not. Hooker's coming off.
Oh, Manu. He is so far away.
4th and 6 here. And Bates, 5 of 5 field goals in preseason. Right in the middle. Snap is good. Hold is good. Wide right! Wide right for Bates. He really shanked that one. And Pittsburgh take over. Oh,
How far
dear.
was that from? How far was that from?
I want to say we got stopped around the 8. That put us back to the 13 after the false start. So that would be from 40? No, 30? No, 40. I think 40. Missed field goal. 30-yard field goal.
Oh, no, that just... We don't want that.
Dostal said, why is he so bad at these short ones? And I don't know. He's just much better at the longer kicks. He just is.
See, Mark, I like Hooker's motivation as well, but Hendon Hooker is a quarterback. And he has to be available and healthy to be a quarterback. And he's just got no sense when he's running the ball. An NFL linebacker will break him in half if he runs. You've seen the amount of injuries to dual threat quarterbacks in the NFL in recent years because they just don't know how to slide and they're having issues. And then when you're taking sacks as well, like he's taken what, 5 sacks today? And now he's letting himself get hit when he's running as well. You can't absorb that much punishment on a regular basis. And this is against backups. Like, I don't want Patrick Queen coming and snapping him in half in a big game or something like 'cause that's what he'll do. So I like the enthusiasm, but he's got to taper it. He's trying to impress us as a quarterback. He's got to show us he is a quarterback first and foremost. And first and foremost, they've got to pass it. Like, screw the whole running with your legs stuff. You've got to be healthy and you've got to be passing it from a pocket. So it's really concerning me. If he's our long-term solution, maybe, then he needs to be here long-term. And he's not putting himself in a position to do that.
So, FSU are going to lose, right?
No, not necessarily. Stop it. Right, do not say a word. You are going to incur the wrath of the gods on me and I don't get happy endings.
Giggity.
Wait. Sorry, I'm not Deshaun Watson. Excuse me.
Giggity. Isaac Ukwu with the tackle there. Only a gain of 2 for the Steelers in the run. 2nd down and 8.
So they've got all 3 timeouts left.
The FSU do.
So Yeah. So we need, and they're on second down here, GT. So they need, this is still wide open yet. They need another 2 first downs and they're still too far away to kick it. They're at the 40.
Toss play to the right, and great tackle by Stephen
Houston.
Gilmore.
Oh, Gilmore.
Back in the game, back making plays. 3rd down and 7.
Yes. Jamal Haynes. 3rd and 1.
This is FSU's neck on the line here. 3rd down and 8. No gain, apparently, that play. From their own 22, Kyle Allen looking right, throwing deep. Gilmore in coverage. Great throw, great catch. There's Fitzpatrick, there's a flag down. Tackle eventually by Gilmore, who just got beaten on the route, but I reckon this one is coming back.
First down. They're going to have to start burning timeouts now.
Pass defense is on Stephen Gilmore. The first down will stand. I'm shocked.
Oh. Gilly.
Really looked like it was a bit more on Des Fitzpatrick than it was on our guy, but never mind. All right, Kyle Allen from the Detroit 19 now. I formation. And running play. Oh, shot the gap, the linebacker, but breaks the tackle. Well cleaned up by Joel Iguabonane, whatever his name is.
See, you know how I've just not tried to say. Like, I'm really good with my names. I've not actually gone onto Google to try and find out how to pronunciate it yet. But whilst I don't know, I just don't say it.
I know that the first name said Joel, not Joel. That's the only thing I know. Joel. Anyway, 2nd down and 9. From the Lions 18. Allen fake and throw down the middle. And good defense there by the Lions. Flag down.
Oh my God. Those didn't touch him.
Hands to the face on the Lions is going to be a first down on number 27. Number 27, of course, for the Lions is Rashard Wild Goose. From the 13 now, Pittsburgh. 1st and 10. Kyle Allen at quarterback in shotgun, hands it off.
Great tackle there.
Tackle by Iguabonane again. No gain, 2nd and 10. There's only 1 minute and 11 seconds left in your game, man.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. They've got to start burning timeouts now.
2nd and
10. First down. But they're at the 30 still. It's a long kick. They could do with getting another 10.
Kyle Allen with a delay handoff. Good tackle again by the Lions. It's going to be 3rd and 6. Third and 5, apparently. Ford Field is so loud for a preseason game. So impressive.
It is. I guess it's the last one, isn't it? So, last game before the season. It's the only preseason game they've had here. So, I guess there's a bit more demand to see it. And I guess it's going to be hard to see the Lions this year. So, it might be the only time some people do get to see them.
Allen fake throw incomplete.
Yeah. How many times have we been done by that one down the years? Not this
Yeah.
time.
4th down and 5. I think the field goal unit are going to come on here.
Oh, Jamal Haynes is so good. Come on, guys.
Georgia
Looks like
Tech's win percentage, according to ESPN, is only 80 here, which is mad.
Florida State have had to use 2 timeouts now, and it's 2nd down, so they're gonna they can stop it on for 3rd down, but then they're gonna get it down where they can probably get it down to about 20 seconds and kick it. Speaking of kicking, they've just kicked a field goal. 17-14 Steelers. Oh. Feel like we're going to see Sudfeld soon. You know what? I'm kind of almost, I don't believe I'm saying this, but the way Hooker's recklessly putting himself in danger at the minute, I almost kind of want him out the game. Dan really needs to get a hold of him and, be brutally honest and say, you've got to stop this.
Yeah, I agree.
Again, it's all very well having we've seen so many dual threat quarterbacks burn us over the years, and it's nice for us to have it on a few plays and that now, but at the same point, we've got to appreciate that he just can't be like this. Especially in preseason. Come on. It's not worth time of your career.
So 17-14 here with 3:20 to go in the 3rd quarter. Lions about to receive the kickoff, trying to go out in front here. Dostil says, you know how people hold up the 3 for 3rd down? Do fans playing against Dan Campbell's Lions have a 4 as well? Well, they better invest. It's a good investment.
Yeah.
SW Line says Hooker needs to watch how Mahomes does it. He's the best of both worlds. He runs, but he's smart about taking care of himself. Agree. Bren says, while I don't disagree with your sentiment about Hendon running less and running smarter, I do think you're making a mountain out of a molehill. My problem with it...
Potentially, yes. But I'm just worried about... I like wanting to stay healthy. I want him to play well. But you're seeing some of the hits he's taken in this. They've been tough. He's had one to his knee. Been sacked 5 times. I'm just worried about him. Maybe it is a mountain out of a molehill, but I want him to be healthy because I want us to be able to utilize him in season. So, maybe so. But... I still think it is something that needs to be addressed. Like, he's got a concussion already from this.
He can't afford more injuries because of what's happened to him in his early part of his career. He needs the reps, and that means he can't afford the injuries. What's happened?
Sorry, they showed a graphic of the Georgia Tech kicker missing a kick, but it was from earlier in the game, and I thought I'd lost my track, and he just missed. Whew. Don't do that to me, ESPN.
All right, here come the Lions then from their own 19 after the penalty. Hooker still in the game.
No.
Handed off to Jamar Jefferson, gain of 4. 2nd down and 6.
You know how I told you I can't have nice things?
Oh dear, what's happened?
They've just botched a snap for a massive loss.
Oh dear.
They've just taken themselves out of field goal range. This is why I can't have nice things.
They've still got 1 down to get back in field goal range.
Yeah. And the clock's running. Well, they've used all their timeouts out, so this might well go to extras.
Hooker almost missed a snap there. Aguakun almost missed Hooker. Hooker throws down the middle. Intercepted!
Oh, that's a tip. Isaiah Williams tipped that.
Yeah, he did. You're right. Intercepted, and the Pittsburgh Steelers have a chance. Cameron Sutton with the interception.
Should be suspended. He is suspended. Why is he playing preseason? The player's suspended. They shouldn't be allowed to play in preseason.
Illegal block in the back by the intercepting team's going to put them back a little bit. That is not necessarily on Hooker, although I don't think it was the best throw in the world.
Come on, Tech, get some of this back.
Many thanks to Carlton Woods, who has donated $13 to the show. Many thanks, Carlton. Appreciate you very much. Hoping to see you next weekend, potentially.
They've gotten to the 26, and now this is going to be a walk-off.
Wow.
This is going to be a walk-off. Potentially. This is a walk-off situation. They're going to put it down to the 4-second mark. They're at the 26.
So that's a 43-yard attempt.
And their kicker has never hit a walk-off field goal before.
Leeson just said he is suspended for insertion games, which sounds very kinky.
Please. Please, Tech. Please, 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 please. Please. Pretty please. I won't ask for anything again this season until next week.
This is your week 0.
It's on a break at the minute. It's on a break at the minute, so
timeout by Georgia Tech with 5 seconds to play.
I can focus entirely on the line. I want no spoilers, no nothing. Don't be looking at Discord. I want to watch this in.
Lisa just as qualified the insertion games is actually in-season games, but
should still be suspended for preseason.
I agree. If you're suspended for the early part of the season for personal conduct, I think you should have to miss preseason.
Right. I'm just going off for a minute because I'm going to watch this and not get any spoilers. Come on, kiddo. You might make Daddy a very happy guy if you hit this.
Daddy?
Make Daddy a very happy guy.
God. Kinky little motherfucker.
Yes! Get in! You got it.
Oh, I didn't get that. Oh, wow. Ash. Falling to Georgia Tech. Christ.
Well, I've got to get cooking up some names for the college show next week, which are Florida State related. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well done, GT.
4-leaf clover. Which, of course, is a Metallica song, is it not?
The Lions are going to the Super Bowl, folks. They've caught on a Florida State loss, which means I get anything I want this year.
So, Florida State on a 2-game losing streak?
No.
Lost the bowl game?
Oh, well, technically. They don't count.
They bloody do. Guess put on the record at the end of the season.
Thank you, SW. I can have good things. I am a good thing.
Lauren Strickland with a hammer blow! Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
My word, that was a hit. Lisa, you want us to clip up Ant celebrating Ash's pain?
No, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't want him to know.
He'll watch it. You'll know he'll watch it.
This can be our little secret.
From the Lions' 49-yard line, 2nd down and 14, and Carl Allen needs some time to think about it.
Yeah, please don't post that in Discord or anything.
I have no power on whether someone else does that.
Stop it, chat.
I'm not going to
Stop
do
it,
that.
chat.
My
Stop being instigators in the chat. Stop it.
My graphics have been slightly improved for my scoreboard. I can put a little message for when something happens for a team, so I've just been able to say the little thing that Caesar taking a timeout, which I think was quite nice.
If someone wants to screenshot things, then screenshot the current ACC table with Florida State at the bottom of it.
Oh, that's even worse.
Right. Yes, Mike Norvell, your tears feed my soul. Go on, cry.
FYI, and we're not going to have Tom or Steve next week.
Oh, okay.
I did speak to Steve yesterday, but I'll catch you up with that later.
Okay. Good job, Florida State. It's a 12-team playoff this year, so all is not over. Right.
Yeah, but that's not a quality loss, is it?
Now I can focus entirely on the... Oh, hello. The Miak. Oh, damn, the Miak giant game has started. No, let's focus on the Lions. I'm on a Lions stream, so...
No, for FSU, even if they don't get to the ACC championship game and they're a one-loss team, Georgia Tech is not a quality loss.
Wow, Brent, that's cold. If Navy beats Army, then I'll know how Ash feels, but I hope not. That's cold, Brent.
Yeah,
that's cold.
Brent, my guy, come on, man.
Brent's brutal. He's just like me. We think the same. Brent cheered when that thing went through. I know he did. We're spirit buddies. Oh, you seen what Ben Raven tweeted? Cam Sutton punted the ball into the stands after making that interception.
Yeah, I saw him do it.
What a... Can't use the word on stream, but...
All right, from the Lions 49, second down and 14, Kyle Allen back under center. And the handoff. Good run by Edwards for a gain of about 7, third down and 7 coming up.
Now, this is where you want to send the pass rush in and go heavy. Go on, Aaron. Blitz him. It's Kyle Allen we're talking about. He can't deal with pressure. Betts is
Injured
there.
line.
A bet sack. Ooh, is that Bo Plan? Oh, no.
Broderick Martin is down.
Oh, no. Why the hell is he still playing?
They're looking at his knee. He's up. And walking off under his own power, but limping. He looks like he's probably going to be okay, but maybe that'll be him out for the rest of the game, hopefully.
Yeah, go sit him. Let him have a rest. Whew.
Every time it's third down, I think the Undertaker's coming onto the Lions field. Don't know about you.
What, just hear the ding? Yeah, he's fine.
All right, third down and 7. Can the Lions defense hold firm?
Come on, Matthew Betts. Come on, Matthew Betts, you due a sack. There's not even on. Houston's there.
Kyle Allen takes a snap. Well protected. Throw out towards Stephen Gilmore's side. And is it a catch? It is a catch. By number 21 of Pittsburgh. Fantastic catch. By Jure Jenkins. Stephen Gilmore has been burned in coverage today. One...
Oh, no, he's not got control. He's not got control.
It depends whether...
He's not got control.
Let's see. I think that's a completed catch.
He's not got control.
I think he has. It really depends whether his foot is down initially when he catches the ball or whether it's left the turf.
It's left the turf. That's not a catch.
I think it's a catch, personally. I would be challenging this if I was Pittsburgh.
If you saw in the initial snap, though, Houston killed the right tackle again on the initial snap.
They're going for a punt here. They're not challenging. Fair catch called and received at the 11 by Maurice Alexander. And the Lions take over. 3 down. Ados also, so Gilmore made one big mistake today. One mistake, and then
He's had 2 tackles for losses. He's had various. He's done more.
Three tackles and 2 TFLs. So he's been very good against the run. But in coverage,
he's been all right.
Hendon Hooker's still in the game.
I just feel so content today.
Hooker with a good throw to Maurice Alexander. Gain of 3. Oh, is this a fumble by the Lions?
Is that Mark Gilbert as well?
It is.
His knee's down on the far side.
No, but his knee was on the Pittsburgh Steelers defenders.
Snap it. Just snap the goddamn thing before they challenge.
Hooker gets out of the sack and then runs for a first down. Slide, damn it!
That was a late hit. He did go down. Is that Joseph Note? No, it's not.
SW Line agrees with me. That's a fumble. Lions got lucky on that one because his knee was on the Pittsburgh's defender's leg.
I guess in an NFL game they'd have challenged it.
Yeah.
Maybe he just wants to see his defense out there.
It's the end of the 3rd quarter.
That's a really good play from Hooker, though.
Yeah. Right, here are your 3rd quarter stats on the screen right now. Steelers have 73 rushing yards to the Lions 133, but the Steelers have 105 passing yards to the Lions 56. 2 turnovers for the Lions to 1 for the Steelers. 4 sacks and 6 TFLs for the Lions, 5 and 7 respectively for the Steelers. And it kind of went a bit more in the Steelers' direction in that 3rd quarter. Obviously, the interception didn't help matters, but still some positive play to be happy about with the Lions, especially on defense.
Yeah, the defense. That was a very defensive half. There was there 3 points in that quarter. So I think we're getting to the end now. This is the end of preseason. We're nearly there. No one really wants to, risk hurting themselves apart from Hendon Hooker. I think you're just going to see it sort of wind down more and more. Now I think most of it's over. So it just has that feel of it now where it is a bit back and forth, but mainly it's the defense doing the work 'cause the offenses are just sort of shutting down a bit. And yeah, I don't know. It's a shame. I still feel like there are things we need to sort. So I would like to see the offense perk back up again for the 4th, but I don't know how much they're going to.
Adostil says, is Dorsey even playing today? Is he hurt or locked into the 53? What about Vildor? I've not seen either Dorsey or Vildor today, personally.
No.
And if so, I might think that they're in.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. This is just my preference. I really want Gilmore to make it, but hey ho. they're depth players, so they're probably if they've got the depth locked in and they're happy with them as the depth players, then you're not really going to risk them.
Right, 1/4 of football to go.
And then it's wait for the Rams.
Play action, hooker, throwing down the middle. What a catch by Maurice Alexander. Down the middle and out. Oh, that's a horse collar, surely.
That's a good high point.
It is a horse collar tackle as well. Tack that on, 15 yards. It's going to go all the way down to the 30 now. What a throw. Alexander was the outside receiver. Nice cut. Beat zone coverage. Not a great throw by Hooker, but Alexander leapt like a salmon to catch it. And what a horrid tackle by the Steelers.
Yeah, the throw was behind him. That's really good adjustment in air to catch that.
Yeah.
It's a shame for Alexander because he's really, his return stuff has really screwed him in terms of trying to get onto this roster. I just think he's too far down the pecking order at this point. Ooh, what a great block from the running back.
Hooker, he's not going to throw it. He's going to get 11 yards. There's a flag late.
What a tremendous block from the running back there. Was it the running back? There was a really good block on the late blitzer there. I don't know who picked it up. Was that Jamar?
I didn't see it.
I'll go back and have a look at that.
The place where the flag comes in, I would have thought it would be on the defense, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's unsure. That Jamar. That is Jamar. Oh, yeah. Jamar got a tremendous blocking on that one to let Hooker run.
Oh, what? Yeah, that's a fantastic play.
Look at him. Look how he holds up. He has to let him go eventually, but that is a really, really good play from Jamar Jefferson there.
Yeah.
Picked up the blitzer so well.
His pass protection has really improved.
You see the size of the blocker he was up against. He got underneath him and stopped his momentum dead. That's good technique in run blocking as well. Get under him, because if he'd have let him get under him, he'd have been pile drived into...
Play action under pressure, beats him, has to run for it, and that's actually okay. I don't mind him not sliding there. 8 yards. He had his man beat. He was only going to get tackled from the side. That's absolutely fine. But play action in a naked bootleg straight into a defender. He beat him, but had to run for it. That's fine.
Yeah, that's all right.
2nd down and 2. In the red zone. From the 11, handed off to Jamar Jefferson. Gets himself 3 yards. Contacted with 1 yard to gain and got 2 after contact. 1st down and 10 Lions.
Thank you, Jamar.
Jamar's had a heck of a game.
4 years of backing him, and he's still he's a 7th round pick from 4 years ago, and he's still fighting his ass off to get on this roster.
He really is.
Well done. Go on, you tell him, Jamar.
And we've got someone called Ash Soden in the Twitch chat who says, "I bet you're both glad I'm not sat there stinking up the vibes right now." I'm not gonna lie.
I am missing Ashley immensely.
Touchdown, Jamar! Number 2 for the day. Lions go up for the first time today. That's a cracking run by Jamar, that. He's been maybe the most impressive player of the entire game. Jake Bates with the extra point. From the left hash. Snap's great. Hold is good. And that is an extra point.
See, I would just like to think now, even if he doesn't make it, some people have, you know, they've mocked my Jamar Jefferson love all these years, and why are you going so heavy after a seventh rounder all this time? This is why. Saw it out of college what he could be, and he's had his problems with injuries and that, but he's still here. After 4 years, he's still here, and they still see something with him. You saw the pass blocking was really good there. His running's really good. When he gets a bit of room to run, he can force missed tackles. He's strong. He's powerful. There's a running back in there at the NFL level with him. I would like to think there's a little bit of a justification there as to why. There are not many of his fans left, but I will be there till the end.
Ash says, miss you too, Ant, even though I know it's because you probably could get some great reactions out of me right now by winding me up.
No, never. I wouldn't wind you up. I've got to wait yet, so, can't get this out of the system too early. I've got to play this out. I've got to take it nice and slow. Hope jives. Work my way in.
Toddy
What I will say though, that a lot of people have been slagging off DJU from this game. I thought he was really good. But I just thought Georgia Tech were very good, especially on that defensive line. I'm gonna have to check their players out now because they just stopped them running the ball. And makes it hard, but done.
Just to respond to Lisa Di Lorenzo, who said if he was that good, Anthony, he would have been poached by now. This is easily the best Jamar Jefferson we've seen. I mean, it's night and day because his pass protection has come on massively, but his vision, which was already good, has improved. He's not losing yards after contact. When he's being hit, he's falling forwards, and that's a massive thing because I remember when we watched Jamar, and his vision was always good, but I felt like he had a bit of a problem with falling forwards because he's not the biggest running back in the world.
No, he's not. He's quite small, but he's got really great vision. That's what I focused on when we did the work on him. It's his vision, his ability to find the gaps, and it's there. It's just, it takes time. And again, seventh round, there are a lot of running backs knocking around here. It's, he's not talented, but the Lions, everyone wants to say how good talent evaluators the Lions are. The Lions have felt a need to keep him around for so long with a revolving door at running back every single year in the league. They see something with him, so I'm not on my own. Juice Staley loved him. Whilst Juice Staley was here, we always used to talk highly about Jamar and how they were developing him to be ready, and it's been the same since. Scotty Montgomery loves him. There's a reason why all these guys like him and they keep him around. It's just a shame that we had Swift. Now we've got Monty and we've got Gibbs, and he's been hurt his first few years as well. So
great tackle by Jake Bates on the kickoff return, saving a touchdown for the Lions, by the way, there. But from the 44, they start. And quarterback keeper John Reese Plumlee in at quarterback.
That was a good big man play there from 85 because Plumlee's quick. He was a known dual threat in college, and because he's rapid, as the kids say.
I have no idea which defender that was for the Lions because 85 is only Tom Kennedy. Not a clue who that was.
Maybe it was Tom Kennedy on defense. Maybe he's found his calling. Edge defender.
Plumlee, play action, and a good throw. On time, but only a gain of maybe 5 for 3rd down and 1.
John Rice Plumlee I wanted him here. If we remember going back to when we did our things when I wanted a development quarterback for the future, I wanted John Rice Plumlee here. Just because of how versatile he is. He's a very good player. He's a guy who can come in and win an NFL game for you if you need to. Maybe not just like a long-term start, but he can come in and win a game for you.
Mike has corrected us by saying it was 95, not 85, which means it was Matthew Betts. 3rd and 1.
Like an 8. His shirt was scrunched up.
Good defense by the Lions. Close to a first down. They're only needing
Wingo
one,
in
but
there.
they are short by about 4 inches.
Wingo was definitely in there. 80 as well.
Oh, I wonder if Mike Tomlin's going to go for it or not. Oh, they are
You may
going
as
for it.
well. May as well. It's only 4th. Plumlee's going to run this year.
False start.
False start.
Oh, dear.
Guarantee you that was a keeper to Plumlee to hit the edge.
Left guard went too early. The only reason Mason McCormick is a shame. The only way I said I wonder if he's going to go for it is Tomlin is well known to be maybe one of the most conservative play callers in the league.
Who?
Tomlin.
Oh, yeah, but it was Canada calling the plays the other year, wasn't it?
Yeah, but the go no go decision is still going to be on Tomlin potentially.
Yeah. See, the Steelers lost. They're for good old fashioned ground and pound. The trouble they've had is they've not had their Antonio Brown there in recent years. They've not had their genuine playmakers who can make you feel threatened downfield.
Well, and as good as some of their running backs have been, they're not Le'Veon Bell either.
No. I like Najee Harris. He's good. Their offensive line's been terrible.
And Jaylen Warren also was very good last year.
They finally adjusted their offensive line. I think they're going to be very good this year. That talent infusion on the O-line, I think they're going to be very good.
I think they're going to be okay. I don't know.
I think they're going to be good. Add Fields in there as well. It helps when you've got a guy who can run like him. Hell, I think they should start cooking up plays with Russ and Fields on together. God, Hooker's nearly 100 yards rushing for the day.
Yeah, pretty close. All right, 10 minutes to go. Lions up, and they have the ball.
Let's get another one and finish it off. If they go 2 scores down, I don't think Pittsburgh are going to try and chase it.
Frank Gore Jr. has a touchdown in Buffalo.
The running back depth charts are very interesting, Colton. I don't think there is for the guys behind. I think they're all just evenly in there right now.
Jake Fromm alert! Jake Fromm alert! Sorry.
God,
Sorry.
God, what are you, Shaq O'Neal? Barbecue chicken alert. Barbecue chicken alert.
I'm just surprised that Sudfeld is in the game. They think there's more value in Jake Fromm taking these reps than Sudfeld.
Hashtag no more Nate. That has a good ring to it. See, I can't believe that no one's made the joke has made the joke Jake from the block just yet. Like everyone goes Jake from State Farm, but Jake from the block is much better.
Why?
You ever seen Jenny from the block?
Yeah, but it doesn't sound like it.
It does. Jake from the block.
Oh, Tom Kennedy with a good move there. Makes it first down and 10. Good first throw by Jake Fromm. 21-17 Lions, 9.5 to go in this final preseason game. In a game which is going to decide who does and who doesn't make the roster come Tuesday. From under centre, lots of pressure being shown by Pittsburgh. Play action, throw down the middle.
Ooh, just a bit. Oh, did he get that? No.
We'll
Really?
see. It bobbled for sure, up into his arms.
Oh my
That's
God, what a
catch! What a catch by Maurice!
Oh my days.
From takes a snap quickly, though, just in case, and runs up the middle for Jake Funk for a gain of 3. 2nd and 7. Lisa said, I actually think From is better than anyone wants to give him credit for. Good show so far. From, almost hit from behind, managed to get that away. 3rd down and 6. I think the thing about From is that you heard such bad things about him in the other stops that he's been at. Now, that might have been biased reporting. I don't know, but how much do you put stock in the training camp reports from other teams when it's negative?
Jake Fromm has already made more better throws in preseason than Nate Sudfeld.
Correct. Well, apart from Nate Sudfeld's throw to Caden Davis for the touchdown, which was a good throw.
So it's 2-1. Ah, who jumped?
Manu?
Jalen Calhoun. Jalen Calhoun looked like he jumped there. Right at the bottom. Could be wrong. Yeah, it is. Naughty boy Jalen. Jalen could be a good practice squad stash for the year.
Yeah. Yeah, could be. 3rd down and 11 then from the 31. From in shotgun this time. Throw deep. Good throw. Good catch against Jalen Calhoun.
I am 90% sure that there was a horse collar from one of our offensive linemen there. I am 90% sure someone was holding and that got missed. But a really good catch.
Got his hands inside the shirt.
Yeah, in the shoulder pad, that's fine. It looked worse on the replay. That's a really good catch from Calhoun, though.
Yeah, the ball wobbled horribly through the air.
Way to make up for a false start.
In I formation, then from play action, throw down the middle. Good catch.
I'm sorry,
Calhoun.
Jake, that was the worst attempt at a handoff ever from Jake. He handed it off, and the running back was on the other side of him.
Yeah. Good throw, though, to Calhoun, and good catch. Mike says, where did he come from?
Get out.
Ryan Farden in our WhatsApp chat just said From already looks better than Sudfeld. It's true. It really is true. From toss play to the left-hand side. Manu does get there with a good block, and that's going to gain about 4. Lions killing good clock here. Lions finishing this preseason game strong.
Probably having the crowd on their side will help. Crowd will give them that little bit more energy to get to the end. And again, these receivers like Alexander, Calhoun, everyone's fighting for a spot. They've got 6 minutes left to make the roster, and there's spots. If these guys have been doing well in training, there you go, Russ. Yeah, you look like that.
Run by Jake Funk gets 5, 3rd down and 2.
Is it a fair shout to say that Russ Wilson is like the least threatening looking person in the world wearing war paint? He looks
When
like yeah. When people put on war paint, they look intimidating, terrifying, like Hutch does when he does it. When Russell Wilson puts it on, he looks like he's at a kid's birthday party. Just an observation. He shouldn't do it.
from looking right, wheel route could go for 6. Oh, well defended. Jake Funk should have had it.
Oh, come on, Funkadactyl. You're meant to be able to fly.
Good throw
Right in
by
the
Jake
bucket.
from, and
Oh,
Funk just
no, it
misses
wasn't.
it.
No, it wasn't. That throw was bad.
Funk should have had that.
No, that was a bad throw. Look at it from the back view. That's a bad throw. He had him in acres of space. That's not a good throw.
4th and 2, and the offense is staying out on the field.
May as well. Go for it. In fact, no, we don't want to give away our Penny Sewell in for a drive for a reception.
And
oh no, they're trying to call them off.
Delay of game on the offense makes it 4th and 7. I think that throw was fine. I think that the receiver at some point needs to actually just slightly adjust to the ball. There's no trouble with coverage there. Maybe it could have been slightly better positioned, but I think that that's good enough. Carlton Wood says he couldn't give a flying Funk.
I'm seeing all the puns in there. Oh, Ash should be proud.
Jake Bates from the right hash this time, his less favoured hash, to make it a 7-point game. And it's good, just.
It. Ooh, it looked like he shanked it. That was close. Flag down.
Offside on the defense. I think they're going to decline this.
Yeah. Yeah, do you want to take the points? Oh, hang on. What would that be? 4th and 2?
4th and 2,
oh,
yeah.
Dan might go for it. Or could he just not be asked? It's preseason. If this was an actual game, he would have gone for that.
I don't think he would have done. Make it a 7-point game for sure, or take the points off the ball for a 4th down. No way.
This is Dan. Right. At home, if this is us against the Rams, I want Dan to do that.
No, I don't. That'd be a mad decision.
What, 4th and 2?
And what, as opposed to having 3 points on the board? Yeah, mad decision. You crazy man.
That's how, ride or die. That's how you do. That's the team you support. Yeah, it was catchable, SW line. I admit it was catchable, but it wasn't as bad as it was. It's not as much on Funk as some might think.
People panicking that they think that Sudfeld is safe on the roster if he's not taking reps today. I think the opposite. I think they've seen enough from him. They don't think that they can see anything more from him. Doesn't mean he's safe. In fact, I think I'd wager that means he's probably out rather than in. Based on just this, I'd keep From over Sudfeld if you're going to keep 3.
The trouble is, he's throwing against the Steelers' 4th string here.
But he's still throwing with decisiveness and with vision and progressions and...
Oh, yeah, he is. But do you do one half of a quarter against the Steelers' 4th string over, Sudfeld, who's been here years? I know he's rubbish, but I guess if he's that rubbish that a quarterback... why is Sudfeld here if he's going to get supplanted by someone who has half of a quarter of good play against a 4th string defense? That would be the only thing I'd say. Matt's having a hay fever bout here, so thoughts and prayers.
I wish it was hay fever. Fuck everything. Ah. All right, kick off for the Lions. Jake Bates again gets another chance to get this right. That landed in the landing zone, and it went through the end zone. That is coming out, I think, to the 20. Perfect kickoff, Ant, for the first time.
Yep. Well done, Jake. See, this is a learning process. This is new for every single kicker in this league. Even the experienced ones are going to struggle. So I think, like the first month of the season, I think you're going to see tons of penalties and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, even the good ones will get it wrong. It depends. Oh. Oh,
Good
Jesus.
tackle. Great tackle. Bassey.
Somebody hit him hard in the back as well. Someone left their imprint on him. Gons, that was it. Ooh. Oh, 3 of them did. He got swarmed. They're still going at it. They're still giving everything.
Second and 6. Fake handoff. Going down the field. Good throw. Good catch. First down and 10.
That Isang in coverage. Isang Shirley Bassey. That's what he does up north. Is Wingo still out there? I feel like I'm still seeing Wingo.
4 minutes to go.
Yeah.
First and 10 at the Pittsburgh 41.
Yeah,
Handed off. Good tackle in the backfield by number 59, Abraham Beauplan.
Beauplan. I tell you, he's not been around that long, but I already really like Beauplan.
Yeah, me too.
He's made a lot of plays in the backfield. Like you see him here. Watch how he stutters, and look how he finds the gap. That's just really good run defense. He just doesn't commit himself right away. You see the little stutter to see where the gaps emerge, and that's what the good ones do. Let all the linemen engage, and then the holes will develop, and then you go hit them.
Just to say, Wingo was at 3-tech then, by the way, and is now as well.
Yeah, now I see him. He's out there.
Second and 12.
Oh,
Plumlee with a throw and good catch.
I tell you what, he folded the left guard there. Left guard was really at his mercy. Walking him like he was his dog.
Ah. 3 minutes to go in this game. Third down, Lions lead by 7.
Good to see the energy levels.
Overtime. All right. Third and 3. Plumlee from the 48 of Pittsburgh. Handed it off. No, kept it. Plumlee then throws and incomplete.
That's it. Take it back. Give it a run.
4th and 3. And they need to pick it up.
Designed quarterback run for Plumlee. That was a pretty catchable one. The receiver didn't really seem bothered about trying to catch that.
I think it's because it was a designed run. Oh, former line Matt Sokol there for the Steelers.
I'm going to say this will be a designed quarterback run. UCF used to do so much of this with Plumlee, but I could be wrong.
Under centre at the 48 of the Steelers, 4th and 3. Play action, looking deep, pressure in his face, throws it. Lovely catch. Lovely catch. It's Watkins again.
Hey. J.O. Plumlee looks good. I like the look of him.
Flag.
Illegal
Ineligible
man
downfield
downfield.
rules it out.
Oh, I need to clip that look of Mike Tomlin then. That was a look of disgust on his face.
How on
Wingo with
earth
the
did they
pressure.
have an ineligible man downfield on that?
Wingo got the pressure again.
Yep. 4th and 8.
They're still going for it.
They have to, I think, really, don't they?
Yeah, yeah. Flag, false start. That just looked bad from the get-go. They just were not settled.
False start.
Fourth and 13.
Yep. And they still have to go for it, I think.
Go on, Aaron. Send that. This is where Aaron just send everybody.
But that's what Aaron likes to do on this sort of down, and it doesn't work. All-out blitz is not good generally from Aaron Glenn.
Oh, I just love it. It is when it's done right. You just got to do it right and have the right personnel. Now they're kicking it.
Hunt time. Okay. They've only got 2 timeouts left.
Just catch it. Take a knee. Well, they've got the 2-minute warning, haven't they? So they can still stop the clock for one more drive. We just need a first down and this is done.
Here comes Jake. Jake from Georgia.
Let's just not run it 3 times. Let's air it out. It's a preseason game. We don't need to run clock down here. There we go.
Jake,
Oh,
2-step
nice.
drop, throws up down the middle.
There we go.
First
Game
down
over.
for Maurice Alexander. Good move. Gains himself almost 14 yards there. First down Lions, and that's going to be the 2-minute warning.
Well, it'll not be game over just yet, but it'll be close.
One
See,
more first
Maurice has had a good second half, but I just don't think
It's not enough.
it doesn't make up for that. He made the big mistakes in the Giants game, which I think will have really hurt him.
Steelers should still have gone for the 4th down. It's so cowardly.
Does the cowardly punt index do preseason?
No, unfortunately.
Damn. They should.
Yeah, I agree. It's my favourite thing, generally speaking, cowardly punt index.
That's the surrender index.
Arwen just said, aren't we one of the lowest teams for blitzing more than 4? I thought we were one of the highest. Honestly. The Lions were the 5th... No, sorry. That's not right.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't run it 3 times either, Mike. I think the Steelers thought we were going to run it then because that's how he got separation. I think they were all coming downhill to defend the run. And starting all the way back in the eye, it's just like, yeah, screams run to kill clock. So that was well played.
Why can't I find blitz rate anywhere?
Oh no, I've just seen the Villa score. I didn't see that today. God, Ash has had a rough one.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, I've got. Man United lost.
Last kick of the game.
Oh, was it?
And it was a
Oh,
player that I subbed in because I had the England player who's gone to Tottenham and he got injured, so I subbed him in for João Paulo, who got the winner, and then we ended up being man of the match because of it. So BEA,
see,
beautiful.
BEAU plan.
Bow plan.
Bow plan. I can't.
Abraham.
I can't say much. We drew when we were leading with. They had 10 men today.
Ouch.
A goal and a man up, and we drew. So, yeah.
So Carlton said more than four, i.e. we mainly send four, not five or six. If we send four, though, it's not a blitz. 5, 6, 7, 8 is a blitz. And I felt like we had one of the higher blitz percentages of last season, but I just can't find the stats. Right, from hands it off. Oh, great contact balance from Bam. Only gets one. Second down and 9. Timeout taken.
Oh, interesting little nugget I found out today, by the way, doing some college football stuff. Um, top prospect, top NFL level prospect in the CAA, that's down in the FCS. That's where William and Mary come from. It's a William and Mary offensive tackle.
Oh.
Given our propensity for like Storsdale and then Nate Lynn, I was very intrigued to see that William and Mary have one of the highest rated potential NFL draft picks this year. His name's Charles Grant. So
Play action from
know that name.
throws. Stay in bounds. Stay in bounds. Get down. Are you gone out of bounds, you stupid bastard?
Get down on it, dun dun dun. Get down on it, dun 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 dun.
Could have just taken a knee when he got the first down.
It's preseason. Man wants yards. Let him have his yards. He's got a first down. We're fine.
Yeah, but being smart is more important to getting a roster spot than making a yard.
I don't think he's making the roster though.
Probably not.
So he may as well enjoy it while he can. And raw 2,000 yard season upcoming.
I formation for from. Hands it off. Bam. Gets
Wham bam.
5.
Thank you, ma'am.
Timeout taken. This one's almost in the books. SW Line just said back to me, you're right, Matthew. He could have gone down in bounds after getting the first down from us paid well. The fact of the matter is, if we take a knee in bounds there, the game is over and we can kneel it out. So what he's done is he's made us run more plays.
But it is preseason and it's the last few games, and I don't think there's a single player on that field who we'd miss if they got hurt right now. So, which sounds brutal, but you want to run as many plays as you can. Whole point of preseason. The more plays, the more tape.
So Carlton has just linked StatMuse, which is a link that I looked at. It says the Lions had the 5th highest blitz rate, but then the actual stats don't actually show anything about blitz rate. So I don't know what that is meant to show. Lions get a first down. That is the ball game.
Neil City, baby.
Injured Steeler. But Carlton, even though the stats say Lions 5th in blitz percentage and there's no stats to back it up, if it is the Lions are 5th, then that kind of backs up my point that they do so more than 4 more often than most. Hopefully the Steeler is okay. Never want to see this, especially on the last play, but it doesn't look good. Carlton said, would you get Bates to kick a field goal for practice, or is that disrespectful? I would say it's disrespectful.
What is?
You're in field goal range here. Would you kneel it out?
Give him the kicks. At the end of the day, we need Jake Bates to have as many kicks as is physically possible. Ooh. Yeah. Calhoun pushed him into somebody. Not deliberately, but he fell into someone's knee. Eek. All I can say at the end of this is we are going to hate roster cut down day.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of guys who are going who we're not going to like going. But I guess that's a good thing to have. In previous years, roster cut down day's just been like, yeah.
Goodbye, bad players.
Let's just we're just putting names in there for the sake of it. We're just trying to field in 53 all told. This year it's like it's a competitive group. I don't focus on Calhoun. That's not on him. He's trying to block.
Yeah, he's doing his job.
Who is it who's down?
6th round pick out of Texas.
Not that good. I can't remember every 6th round pick and where they went.
Would you believe me if I told you it was Ryan Watts?
Oh, safety. Safety? Is he a safety?
Yes.
Oh, he's getting up. He's getting up. At least he's not immobilized.
It's just they said he was from Texas and he's a rookie. And he is from Texas and he's a rookie. And he's on defense. And his draft projection was 5th to 7th round. That's all I can see. Yeah. 29. Yeah, Ryan Watts.
Might be a stinger he's taken.
Back of the neck. That's what he's holding.
Stinger. Yeah, it's good that he's able to walk off on his own power. Always scary when that happens.
Yeah. My Marco just said his family must have freaked. Yeah, you're right. Mike the Marine has a question. Players waived and signed have to be placed on the 53, but not if they clear waivers. If a player clears waivers, they can be signed to the practice squad. If you claim them through the waiver process, they have to be put on the 53, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't claim them for your practice squad.
The process of waivers is someone who isn't a vested veteran, i.e. doesn't have 4 accrued seasons, has his contract put up for grabs. So you are claiming the contract that they are currently being paid, and therefore they can only pay that if they are on the active roster, because the practice squad numbers are much, much less. So that's when someone says waivers, what they mean is, does anyone want to claim this contract before it is killed dead? And then when it's dead, you can do what you like. Right, the clock now is running, and the Lions are in victory formation.
Yeah, especially after something like that. Don't risk anyone else's health.
That's 1-0 down.
go.
And here comes the last one.
Home dominance is what we need. 3 of the first 4 at home.
And that's the game.
Good end to preseason.
All right.
It was a slow start, but afterwards they really came into it. And again, I think there's just a lot of tough discussions to be had now around a lot of players. And roster day is going to upset us.
Here's your key stats from the game. Lions lead in all offensive stats, 189 rushing yards to 78 and 174 passing yards to 137. But they also led in turnovers 2-1. And then defensively, the Steelers had a little bit more, 5 sacks to 4 and 7 tackles for a loss each. And do you think that anyone has made a genuinely big play in this game for the roster that maybe wasn't part of it previously?
I mean, it depends. Isaiah Williams has. Caden Davis potentially has. I think it's a bit late for Alexander, but I think Gilmore has. He's done well. Strickland he's on the periphery, but he's done well for the most part. Outside of that, I mean, it depends. In the linebacker 6 battle, Ty Summers may just have jumped Ben Neiman. Maybe. I mean, unless because Neiman wasn't playing today, right? So maybe do they think that he's done what he needs to, or do they want to give someone else a chance? But certainly, what did he have? He had 1.5 sacks today, and he just seemed to be everywhere now. He had a few misplays, but when you're a linebacker and you're making plays nearly every snap, you're going to have some busted plays.
Yeah.
But maybe, like the real periphery guys, I think they've given themselves something to think about. I think DPJ screwed himself. He's done. He's gone. He's not staying. The running backs have done really well, but I just don't see where they break the rotation. That's the tough part. Like running backs, linebackers have been really good, but there's not a rotation for them to break unless we take an extra man. So it's just really tough. And I think that'll be Gilmore's problem as well, is can he break the rotation that we've got? And I think that's where we've seen today. We've seen good performances from players who are, unfortunately, at positions of huge depth on this team, apart from Isaiah Williams. So I guess he would be the answer, right? Isaiah Williams has done it. He's going to be the guy who really gets there. Now, all the others, they might not get there, but not for lack of trying and playing well.
I think Caden Davis did enough good stuff in the first quarter where you might say that he elevated himself over DPJ. Whether that means he stays or not, I don't know. Gilmore had ups and downs, but I think there was enough good stuff to say that he's going to stay. The one player for me who I think was on the outside looking in just about, who had a good enough day where you think about maybe putting him in, is Isaac Ukwu.
Yeah. I mean, he literally lawn darted that left tackle into his quarterback for the fumble. Yep. Again, I think I said this during the 53. I like him because I think he's the best pass rusher. And I just like thoroughbred pass rushers.
He outplayed a good
edge, but yeah. And I think he is the more talented pass rusher. If you're talking about the most versatile guy there, then maybe not, but you know me, I hate versatility in that role. I just like guys who can reach the quarterback. So again, it's can he crack the rotation? I guess there are spots to be had on the edge rotation, the edge depth there.
Yeah.
Because personally, I don't buy like Levi and Wingo should not be moving out to the edge. They should stay on the interior.
Yeah, I agree with that totally. I think for the edges, it's a straight fight between Agude and Ukwu for a spot.
I'd take Ukwu, but that's my own personal bias about the sort of player that he is. So,
yep, that's fair. But I go for it.
I apologize, Colin. I am not Ash on these streams. He's more suited to doing these streams.
No, I think you've done great. What are you on about?
I don't know. Well, because I have Twitter to do as well, and I have other bits, so I can't be as hyper focused on it. But I hope I was a good stand-in.
Yeah,
this week.
Absolutely.
You'll get Ash back for the regular season.
He's got internet back now, hasn't he?
He has, and yeah. I might join you for the first one, actually, because I might just spend all day rubbing him about the Seminoles losing.
I would love you to be on. I mean, even if you're just
Yeah.
here and we just chat with you every now and again, but you're mainly doing Twitter, it'd be nice to just have you on.
Never felt more like singing the blues. The Lions win and FSU lose. Oh, yeah, I love this. I'm going to have so much fun.
Right, I think we are going to call it a show there. We'll be back on Tuesday for the live rundown to the 53. We'll be live before the cut down deadline. I suspect the Lions would have cut some people by then already, but we'll be bringing you all the news around the league, and we will also be recapping this game as well. So I'm going to give us a second watch probably Monday, and then we'll come to you with some breakdowns, some thoughts of maybe who put the cat amongst the pigeons when it comes to the 53-man roster. And any final thoughts before we go?
No, I just think I'm incredibly satisfied with preseason. Like, I come back from the end of these 3 games, and I just think we've got at every position now, we have genuine competition to get on this roster, and that's what preseason was all about. There was a lot of hype coming in. You know, some guys are doing well and training camp and joint practices and stuff like that, but can you show it on the field as well when it matters? And I feel like we've got a lot of tough calls to make, which shows preseason's been a success, right? Like everywhere, even places you think, running backs, linebackers are going to be safe. Maybe they're not going to be safe, and maybe they're going to have some very tough decisions to make. But I think we're going to have one hell of a 53, and I think if a lot of these other teams haven't been paying attention to us, we're going to have maybe one of the strongest practice squads in the NFL as well to call upon a lot of different exciting young guys. So I wait with bated breath as to what happens now because there's so many options we can take. And I think they're all going to be good options. So preseason's been a success and I've enjoyed it.
Me too, from what I've seen of it, although I've caught up with all the games, but you're watching it in a hurry, so when you're
I
catching
mean, the
up.
Giants game, you didn't miss much. Like, really,
It
you
was
didn't miss
dire.
much. You were
I
fine.
was so bad. I
It
hated
was,
watching it.
yeah. Chiefs game was good.
The,
This
the,
was
the
good.
Giants Lions game is stuff that they show at Guantanamo Bay. It was fucking torture. Like, no one deserves that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Thank you all.
Right, guys. We'll see you Tuesday. Cheers for now. Goodbye.
See you soon. One.